Next, let's keep moving forward with who's next. Next, everybody say congratulations to Chris, y'all. She said, finally got the keys to my space after a long month, right? And I love this part, though. She said, finally got the keys to my space after a long month of searching and people turning down my business proposal. I finally got the space in the part of town I wanted bag. And y'all, everybody say congratulations to Willis, Tracy, and LaShonda. LaShonda, I'm excited for her too, y'all, because she's not only a full-time teacher. I had her on my last workshop and she came in and just shared her story. And she said, Neo, what is so crazy to me is I have not looked at or touched one of my job's paychecks in the last 2 years you shared. Right? She owns two. Well, no, I think she got one in your dream. That's the problem. Somebody in the chat say a problem. Next, everybody can say congratulations to old Yankee, y'all. She said hit 300K for the year, right? Anyone else look? She said I love this too, y'all. She said anyone else look on their cameras and say, wow, I really created a space for people to celebrate most special moments of their lives. So imagine sitting at home, right, on a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday, and you got people inside of your venue while you are making money. Right. And I really want to just acknowledge Yankee. I spent some time with her in Florida. Last time I was in Florida at the end of 2022 in December, I stopped by her space, guys. And I'm so excited. She had to get a new one because she made $300,000 last year with one space. Now I'm excited to say she now have two spaces in the same exact shopping center, y'all. So everybody in the chat say congrats, Oyenka. Next, everybody say congratulations to Melissa. And a lot of you probably like, bruh, how many testimonials and people are this you're going to share? I need you to know that people like you, like who may be going through something right now. People may have bad credit. People may have no money. People are going through some things, right? May feel like, I don't know if I can do this. So I got to show you everyday people like Kendra up here, like Antoinette up here, like Philip up here, who is crushing it, right? And just in the chat, I want y'all to put down in there, I could do it. Like somebody in the chat, but I could do it. Next, everybody say congrats to my guy, Kevin, y'all. And read what he said. He says, second event space is up and running. Welcome to Unique Event Hall. Decor by Let's Be Unique, my wife's decorating business. I want to make sure y'all didn't catch that. Not only does he have one space, he got two spaces, and then his wife is doing the decorations, right? I don't know if anybody's feeling me, but I'm coining this season all money in season, which means every dollar that is made, that is out here, I want you to have it. So with that being said, let's get right to it. So very quickly, for those who don't know, y'all, I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I've been a full-time entrepreneur the last 15 years. I've helped thousands and thousands of people make money online. Thousands of people just make money, period, in their business. And one of the things that I have is I have a mastermind. It's only $75,000 to be a part of it, right? And we just came back from Dubai at the end of the last year. We spent about 8-9 days there. We had the time of our lives, and it was about 50 to 60 people that went, and they all invested $75K to be in the mastermind. You're probably like, Neil, why are you sharing this with me? Because I need you to put in your mind that you invested this much, or you will, right? I'm making this up, right? That you will, but I need you to act as if today's information is costing you something, right? So because it's costing you something, you're going to hold on to every bit of the information and you're going to actually apply it. I tell people this all the time. When you don't pay attention. There's no transaction. There will be no transformation. Most people will never make this information, put this to use because it's not costing you. Like here's a simple thing. A huge amount of you are going to leave this workshop at some point in time because it didn't cost you anything. But if you knew it cost you a whole lot of money, I'm certain you're going to use it. So as you guys can see, one of the things I love to do is be able to take my clients around the world. So we always traveling and always just crushing it. So with that being said, for those who don't know me, y'all, I'll quickly give you guys a quick brief background. I've been featured on Fox 29. I've been featured on Channel 10. I've been featured on Black Enterprise. I've been awarded by State Farm. I've been awarded by TD Bank. I've been awarded by the White House. Actually had the opportunity to speak there. I've been awarded by the Philadelphia Eagles. I've been awarded by the 76ers. I've been awarded by McDonald's. I've been awarded by Steve Harvey in the Neighborhood Awards. I've also been awarded by the City of Philadelphia. And as of recent, one of my biggest things is they just named the entire street after me. So if anybody here is from Philly, right, they just named 52nd and Wyalusing in Nehemiah's Way. So in the next month or two, I'm going to be going to Philadelphia to officially change the name of the street that I was born on, right? And for me, y'all, I don't know if anybody know, but my upbringing and for this to be able to happen now, I truly believe like I'm grateful. And what I want to say to you guys, and you guys can follow me on Instagram. One other thing I forgot, on this workshop, we will be giving somebody a brand new iPad. Simple. All you guys and team, pin this up. Follow me on Instagram. Go subscribe to my YouTube, leave a comment, and join our free Facebook group. That will qualify you to win a free iPad, right? And I share this with you guys, man. I share the story with you guys because what a lot of you are, and I talk about this, I need you guys to understand, put this in the chat, say it to yourself. My current situation is not my final destination. There's no way in the world you would have told me I could have get a street named after me. It is nothing in the world to believe that Neo can have a whole street named after him. It's just, I didn't believe that. So, but God made it happen. So very quick, y'all, my biggest flex, right? You got a lot of people online. I got the dream car. I got the dream home. I got all of those cool things that what a lot of people are working to get. But my biggest flex, and this is one that I wish on everybody on this particular workshop, is I had the opportunity to retire my mom. I had the opportunity to retire my wife. Far before a course was sold, my wife was retired. Excuse me, my mother was retired, right? Far before we really start getting traction, I got financially free, not from digital information. I got financially free from literally running my event spaces, as you guys can see in that picture with my mom and my wife. So that's what I want for you guys. And if you look to the picture to the right, you'll see my mom, my wife, my daughter, my sisters, and they all own their own business or work for one of the family businesses. So my goal and my desire is to truly be that person who changes everything for my family's life. And if that's going to be you in the chat, let me know. Another thing, small flex, I bought my mom her dream car, Range Rover, 5 years ago. I bought my wife a Lamborghini truck a couple years back. It really wasn't her dream car. I just said this would be a nice thing, and she barely drives that thing. So again, one of my favorite things to do, y'all, I've traveled to 56 countries all around the world. And if anybody want to Google me further, you guys go on YouTube and go watch the video when I proposed on my mentor Steve Harvey's show. I proposed, Maxwell came and sang, and I did the dumbest thing of my life. I put the ring on my wife's right ring finger instead of her left. So don't make that mistake that I made. Next, I just want to take a moment. I want to salute all you amazing ladies, y'all, because I got 4 kids. And after my wife's first kid, they told her we wasn't going to have another kid. So we had 2 or 3 miscarriages, but thanks to God and just you ladies are so powerful. I got my 3 kids. So I got Ocean, who's 3 years old, King, who is 1 year old, Dream, who is 2 years old, Destiny, who's 17. So yeah, so I share all that. Y'all probably like, yo, Neil, why are you sharing me all of that story? What is that for? Because I need somebody here who's looking at this to look at me as a source of inspiration. Like I need somebody, like for me, everything that I have right now, everything that I'm doing, everything that I'm accomplishing, every business that I have, like everything that I'm doing, all I needed to do was see somebody who came from where I came from for me to believe it could happen. And somebody in the chat, right, believe. I'm going to say it one more time. The only reason why I'm doing any of the things I'm doing, only reason why I retired my mom, I saw someone do it. The only reason why I retired my wife, I saw somebody do it. The only reason why I am creating the life of my desire and doing the things I'm doing, I saw someone else do it. So many of us, it's going to be hard for us to achieve something that we never saw. So I share with you guys some of the ups, like some of the successes that we have so far, because I need you guys to understand, and I want everybody to write this down. My current situation is not my final destination. I'm going to say it one more time. My current situation is not my final destination, which means where you currently are, it will not be where you'll always be. Like, I need you guys to understand that. Everybody in this workshop, you are on your floor right now. And I don't know if y'all catching that. I want to say that one more time because I don't want nobody to miss that. Like, you are currently on your floor right now, which means like you are at the lowest that you can go right now. And for some of you, life is amazing. Like for some of you, like you doing so well in life right now, I need you to know you at your floor. And I want somebody to put that in the chat, say, this is my floor. Like this is your floor right now. So again, I share with you some of those successes because I need you guys to understand, like, yo, bro can do it. Anybody could do it, right? So just to give you guys a 2-minute backstory, Dad been in jail since I was 2 years old for committing murder. I grew up in a drug-infested neighborhood in West Philly, 52nd and Girard, 52nd and Wyalusing. In my entire life, leading up to probably about 10 years old, 100%, I thought I would be a drug dealer because that's what I saw. Those were the successful people I saw. I'm like, bet this is something that your boy got to do, right? Be a drug dealer. So fast forward, y'all. Fast forward, my mom said, I got to get my son out of this environment. She sent me to a school where there's only 50 African-American kids out of 1,000. And this brings me to my favorite quote by Oliver Wendell Holmes. And he says, once your mind is expanded to a new concept or idea, it's hard to go back to his original way of thinking. I'm going to say it one more time. Once your mind is expanded to a new concept or idea, it's hard to go back to its original way of thinking. So going to this school made me see there was more. I had to drive 45 minutes, take a train 45 minutes to this neighborhood where it was just the most affluent people in the neighborhood, right? My friends, they own movie theaters, they own hospitals, they own all of these things. They had mansions. Like, I didn't know a world like this existed outside of my West Philadelphia row home, right? So fast forward, went to that school, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, ultimately got kicked out. So mind you, dad been in jail since I was 2, got kicked out of high school. Next, I had the opportunity to go to a new high school. I did great, and then I went to college. Did great about the first month or 2 in college, then start hanging around the wrong people, ended up getting kicked out of college. So to this point, dad been in jail since I was 2. Kicked out of high school, kicked out of college, right? And up until this point, I had 9 jobs, and I've been fired from all 9 of them. This brings me to my last job, which was the private airport, which was Atlantic Aviation. At this particular job, y'all, I would see billionaires and millionaires flying on private jets every single day. Mind you, I didn't know a world of private jets existed. I didn't know that was a thing. So fast forward, guys. Fast forward, I worked that job. I would see all these successful people. In my mind, I believe that could be me. Can anybody take a guess what happened to me? Somebody put it in the chat. Your boy got fired. So to this point, dad been in jail since I was 2. Kicked out of high school, kicked out of college, fired from 10 jobs. Like, this is my story, right? All of those things happened to me. And as I got fired, people started telling me, Neil, the rate that you're going to go, you're going to be dead or in jail. Neil, you're going to never amount to anything. Neil, you're going to die. Neil, you're going to be your father's cellmate. Neil, man, you're never going to amount to anything. And I want you guys to put this in the chat, and I want you guys to write this down. Never listen to they. So many of us right now are not where we want to be. So many of us is not accomplishing the things we want right now because you keep listening to people who you wouldn't trade places with. You keep listening to people who not even doing the things that you want to do. And mind you, I do want to say they probably was like, based on my past, that Neil, you probably won't be anything. So I was like, man, Neil, something has to give. And in that very moment, y'all, I stopped. I say, yo, enough is enough. And that's when I pursue entrepreneurship, y'all, fruit truck, junk removal, moving company. And we are now 15 years later, 3 event spaces in, 5 different companies. And I am literally living the life of my dreams. But the best thing that I can say is I've impacted thousands of people around the world. They're making money. They're firing their boss. They're supplementing their income. And I feel so great. But what had to happen? I want you guys to put it in the chat. You must make a decision. You must make a decision. And up until that point, I was blaming everybody for everything else that was going on. And one of the things my brother Wall Street Trapper said, and I want y'all to put this in the chat. Somebody in the chat, right? It's my fault. Up until that point, I was blaming everybody and their mama for everything that was happening to me until I made a decision to say, Neo, the reason why life is going the way it's going right now is because of you, and it's not because of anybody else. In that very moment, once I made that decision, guys, I need you guys to understand, everything in my life changed. I'm talking about everything changed when I made that decision. So I'm sharing this with you guys because I need you guys to understand today is the day you're going to make a decision to bet on yourself. Today is the day you're going to make a decision to take this information, apply it, and it could change everything. When I think about Tanisha Madison, who made $102,000 last month, she made a decision to take this information and apply it, and it changed her life. When I think about all these different people I'm helping, like everybody here, they made a decision. So that's the first thing. The second thing I want y'all to do, and once we do this, we're about to jump right in this workbook. I need you guys to understand that your current situation is not your final destination, right? But outside of that, I need you guys to understand that you must start working harder on your mind than anything. Like, you really got to start working on your mind. You got to start auditing the things that you're saying, the things that you're doing, the things that you're reading, the things that you're watching, right? One of the activities I want y'all to do is literally open up your phone when this is over, go identify and look at who is everybody you talked to in the last 3 days. Text, email, call. Next to the name, write deposit or write withdrawal. Were they helping you or were they hurting you? Like, we got to get so critical about the things that we're putting in our brain and the things that we're saying, right? And the final thing is, when we talk about audits, number 1, we talked about my fault. Number 2, we talked about audit. Number 3, I want everybody to say it has to work or it has to work. You must make up in your mind so much that this business idea must work. Like, the reason why so many businesses don't work and reason why ideas don't work, because you come up with all the reasons why it won't work. You're making up all the excuses why this won't work for you. Everybody here, you have to only focus on the things you want and remove the things you don't want. It has to be that deep where you are so focused, right, on the things that you want and not the things you don't want. And it changes the game for you, y'all. So again, let's get ready to get going. Monique Wilson, this is live. We're live and in the flesh right here, Queen. And if you guys getting game already, let me know. But look, let's get to it, y'all. I don't got a lot more time. I want to go ahead and get to it. Open up your workbooks. If you do not have one, just grab a sheet of paper. Open up your worksheet, just grab a sheet of paper. So let's go ahead and get right into it. And open up your worksheet. Let's grab a sheet of paper. Let's get right to it. So everybody take a moment to sign this commitment statement below. Y'all, every speech that I ever do, I make somebody commit. I make somebody make a decision, right? And the commitment statement goes like this. I'm going to do everything in my power to get my own event space in the next 3 to 6 months. This space will give me financial freedom and time freedom. I'm willing to put the work in to make it happen. Sign it and date it. I'm going to read it one more time. I'm going to do everything in my power to get my own event space in the next 3 to 6 months. This space will give me financial freedom and time freedom. I'm willing to put the work in to make it happen. I need you to sign it. I need you to date it. And very quickly, as you sign it and dating it, let me be all the way honest with you. So many of you are going to be motivated today. So many of you going to feel like you can run through a wall after this workshop. So many of you going to be like, yo, I'm going to go get my event space. And unfortunately, because this happens to everybody, tomorrow life is going to happen. Later in the week, life is going to happen. And that enthusiasm, that motivation, that will that you had when you were listening to the information has now weared off. So now you're willing to quit. So the reason why I tell everybody to put on a paper, who are you doing this for? Is it for your mom? Is it for your dad? Is it for your sister? Is it for your brother? Because you need to identify if times get hard, and they not if, it's when they get hard. Will I quit? Will I give in? And for me, all I think about is before I started this workshop, I went and looked at my wife. I went and looked at my children. They like, let's go, daddy. Let's go, daddy. And that puts so much fuel in me to say, I got to go make it happen, because if I quit, if I give in, they might. And for me, guys, when I'm writing this statement, I'm not just putting my mom, my wife, my kids. I'm putting the entire generation on the paper. Because I realize I've been a full-time entrepreneur for the last 15 years. I helped thousands of people start businesses. Thousands. What if I would have gave up? You know how many people would have never started, would have never pursued, right? And directly next to the people you're doing this for, write a reason why. Is it for time freedom? Is it for financial freedom? Like, put it down, then put it inside the chat, right? So let's keep moving forward. So let's get into workshop. So one of the other mindset pieces I got to quickly say that is, for some people, it's fluff. But how many people here believe that you're going to have what you say? Whatever you constantly think about, you bring about, right? One of the things that I still do, one of the things I do with my kids every day, right, is I say affirmations, right? One of the things I say, and I got this from my brother Doug, money comes easily, frequently, and abundantly. I'm a money magnet, right? The best is yet to come. It's certain things that I'm saying to myself, and I'm replaying it through my mind all day. Like, I don't know if anybody ever played this song in their morning, right? Just imagine you wake up in the morning, you play the song, started from the bottom, now I'm here. That song is now playing through your mind all day long. I don't know if anybody ever went to go look at a car, right, that you wanted to buy, and now you start seeing the same car all day long. It's called attraction. You're going to believe, and you're going to acquire, and you're going to get the things that you're thinking about. I don't know if anybody noticed, the brain has two parts of the brain. It got a conscious brain and a subconscious brain. Despite how complex the brain is, it has no reasoning ability. So the subconscious brain believes whatever it is that you say. So if you say I'm successful, if you say I'm a winner, if you say I'm a leader, if you say I'm the best, your mind will attract those things. But if you're like, I'm broke, I can't have, like if you're using the language of the poor, I'm broke, I'll do it tomorrow, next time. No, like if you're saying certain terms, your mind is going to give you those things that you keep saying. So I want you guys to quickly say and start adopting this. Money comes easily, frequently, and abundantly. I want you guys to write it 5 times and say it 5 times. The next affirmation I want you guys to do, is I want you guys to go ahead and write down, I'm a profitable event space owner. And I want you guys to go ahead and write that down 5 times and comment the word done. Yo, you good? I hit you right back. You all right? You need me? I hit you right back. Right? So I want you guys to say, I'm a profitable event space owner. Say it 5 times, write it 5 times, comment the word done. Like, I don't know, like, I'm going to keep it all the way buck with y'all. And let me know in the chat, comment the word real if I can keep it real with y'all. I'm going to show you guys how to go make money. I'm going to show you how to open up event spaces. I'm going to show you how to leverage credit. I'm going to show you all of those things. And for 99% of you, that's all y'all really want. That's all you truly want. Neo, get straight to the game. Show me how to open up the spot. Show me how to go get the money. Show me how to get in the game. But most people here, you're going to quit when life happens to you. Most people here, you're going to give in when you hear your first no. Like soon as your parents or somebody you love say, I don't know if it's a good idea, you already going to give in. So the reason why I tell my people, you got to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. That's your mind. You got to be working on you so hard. Like a lot of people, they call the mindset fluff. This is everything. Like you believing in yourself, you doing the work, you committing. I've been a full-time entrepreneur the last 15 years. I've never thought about or contemplated going back to go get a job. Why? Because in my mind, look at my shirt. It has to work or it has to work. It is ingrained in me that I'm going to make whatever I put my mind to and set my intentions on work. So if that's getting an event space, I'm going to do everything in my power to go make it happen. Soon as I say I'm going to do it, consider it done. And I'm willing to go through every trial. I'm willing to go through all the turmoil. I'm willing to go through all the negativity. I'm willing to go through hear all the people tell me I can't make it happen. But my mind is set up to win. And most of us aren't winning and getting to the level of success because you keep talking yourself out of it. So I need y'all to understand, yes, I'm going to share all the gems, but this is probably the most important thing because if you can adopt this mind, it can change everything. And normally, guys, when I do speeches, I'll do an hour to 2 hours just on mindset because I'm like, bro, I got to spend so much time undoing the negativity that you've been told, undoing the stinking thinking that you have, undoing you talking yourself out of great things, undoing, like, and somebody in the chat, keep it real. How many people know you need the mindset work more than anything? If that's you, somebody said that's me. So anyway, let's get to it, y'all. So everybody, very quickly, this section is going to be very important. You guys are going to see when we get later in the workshop how critical this is, like that so many people write these things down and realize, yo, I go find a spot that looks similar, or this is going to be important when I start breaking down step number 2. You're going to be like, oh, I see why this makes so much sense. So everybody, very quick, what is the name of your event space? Go ahead and put it in the comments. What is the name of your space? Next, step number 2, what city and state will your event space be located in? Very quick, when the name of your space, it should have banquet hall in there, it should have venue in there, it should have suites in there. It should be able to be easily identified as an event space, especially for marketing and Google purposes, right? SEO purposes. Next, what city and state will your event space be located in, right? I'm reading some of the name. We got Pure Elegance Events. We got Venue 38. Christine, one of my clients is here. I don't even know why she's on this workshop. She's in California, y'all. She's in my mastermind. She got an amazing venue in California. I think she made like 15 grand or something last month. Christine, you don't need to be here, but happy to see you here. But we got, what's some other names we got? We got New York venues. We got, I need my glasses on. We got Amani 365 Events. Cool. So y'all write the name of your states. I can't even see without my glasses. Next, when is your grand opening date? Everybody put it in the chat. Grand opening date. Everybody, when you're putting this in the chat, write your month, your date, your year. I tell people all the time, in order to be prolific, you need to be specific. Tell me your month, your date, and your year. Next, why is it important for you to have your own event space other than money? Very quickly, the reason why I tell people this is so important. So Oyinka, she's a full-time teacher, y'all. She made $300,000 last year. She's on pace to make over $500,000 this year while working a full-time teacher. Tanisha, she made $102,000 last month, guys. $102,000. Guess what she does? She's a full-time, she teach, I think, between first to third grade. Why? Because it was more important than money. Y'all gonna go get the money, but she's still teaching. She's literally still teaching right now, made 102 grand last month because that's her passion. So again, I'm not here telling nobody go quit your job, but yo, we got to figure out what other than money. I'm going to show you how to go get the bag, right? Next, everybody, what is the monthly income goal you want to generate in 2023 with your event space? How much we want to make a month? How much we want to make a month? Everybody write it down. Is it 3 grand profit a month? Is it 5 grand a month? Is it 10 grand a month? Is it 20 grand a month? Is it 30 grand a month? Is it 50 grand a month? Is it 100 grand a month? Write it down. Get very clear on that. A later activity that I want y'all to do, although most of us, we don't rent our spot. Most of our business is done Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You will do some weekday events. But what I do want you to do is write down a month, right? How much is that a week? Like whatever that number is a month, get specific. How much, if you said I want to make $10,000 a month, how much is that a week? How much is that a day? How much is that an hour? I tell people all the time, in order to be prolific, you got to be specific. You got to get clear. Next, are you ready to take action to get your event space? Of course, the answer is yes. Next, let's keep moving forward. What color is the exterior of your venue? Everybody take a moment to write that down. One of mine is red brick. One of mine is black. And the other one I'll show you guys in a second. But most of you won't have to change this color because it'll probably be done. But mine, I hated it. It was purple, so I made it matte black, a color that I love. Next, what color is the interior of your venue? So I always recommend you go white, you go gray, right? Always make your venue as marketable as possible. Like everybody put in the chat, I want no one to tell me no. I want no one to tell me no. So my sister Mary, Miss Skittles, she has an all ladies venue. It's called the Girl Museum. It's called the Bakery. All pink walls. I will never rent her spot for anything that I'm going to do for me and my homies. Why? Because it's pink, right? So why am I telling you that? You want to make your spot as marketable as possible. So unless this is an all ladies venue, it shouldn't be pink. It needs to be a neutral color that everybody can come in and instantly say, yo, I could use it this way. You want your venue to serve as a blank canvas for your clients, right? So I want y'all to catch that. So I recommend white and gray. Next, what color floors and what type of floors? I recommend 2 types of floors that you put in your venue if floors are not installed. And mind you, in our program, we show you how to really find venues that are already done, right? But if you didn't find one that wasn't done, like mine weren't done, I recommend you do luxury vinyl floors, and I recommend gray. And luxury vinyl floors, don't get the $1 a square foot. You want to go between that $2 to $3 because it's a good floor and it will last you forever. And the reason why I love luxury vinyl, you literally could take some water, pour it on your floor, leave it there a year and don't have to worry about it, right? You want to make your venue as close to indestructible as possible. Next thing I want to talk about, right? We talked about that. The next thing I want to talk about is epoxy floors. That is more so your cement floor, like a concrete glaze over top of your floor that lasts forever. Like people cannot damage it, right? Next, how many people will your venue hold? Everybody write it down. I recommend you get a venue size 1,000 to 3,000 square foot, right? Next, let's keep moving forward. What is one cool feature that you want your venue to have? What's one cool feature you want your venue to have? If you could think of any cool feature, one cool feature your venue can have, what could it be? Could it be a swing inside the venue? Could it be a grass wall? Could it be a light up bar? Could it be up lighting, right? Could it be LEDs through the wall? Like, what can you do when somebody walks in your venue and it is so unique that they got to book with you? Could it be Shibari chairs? Like, you got to start thinking about how can I make my venue stand out from others, right? Instantly. Like, you need that instant. Everybody put in the chat, instant wow factor. You got to start asking yourself, how do I create this? So cool. Wanted to give you guys that. Now, next, let's get into it. Why should you get an event space? I am literally 10 minutes away from the steps and it's about to go crazy very fast. Before we get started, one more time, everybody stop for 1 second. Whatever link that was sent to you, and I'm going to wait literally about 1 minute. Share it out with somebody right now because it's about to get very good, very fast, and I'm about to literally blow your mind with the amount of information I'm about to drop on y'all. So what I want you guys to do right now, share this thing out with as many people as you possibly can so they could go ahead and get this game. And once you shared it with 3 to 5 people, just say, yo, come hear this game. Comment the word done. If you guys are already getting value already, let me know in the chat, comment the word value. If you guys are already getting value here, comment the word value. All right, cool. So let's get to it. So I'm going to pause for 1 second. We're going to get right to it. Yo, guys, if y'all on Instagram right now, comment the word class. Come watch me from live so y'all can actually see my presentation slides. Like, come in here real quick. Comment the word class. Hit the link in my bio. Come watch me live. All right, cool. So look, let's keep moving forward. So, all right, guys, so why should you get an event space? So again, I don't care. I mean, I'm standing on what I stand on. Event spaces are the best type of real estate you could get in. It will outbeat commercial, it will outbeat, for me, flipping a property, wholesaling a property, buying whole rentals. I don't believe there's anything that will get you more cash flow more aggressively than leveraging event spaces, right? And in this, I want to just kind of break down. I always like to tell people, like, why did you get an event space? Because it's always like, I literally stumbled across this game and I want to break it down. So one of my friends said, hey, bro, you should get inside of real estate. And I was like, what do you mean by get inside real estate? They said, man, we're doing something with buy and hold rentals. I said, what's a buy and hold rental? It's like you go buy a property, you fix the property, you rent it out, and the client pays you forever. I'm like, that sounds good. Where do I start? So he told me about auctions. He told me about different ways to acquire a property. So I went and did exactly that. So I ended up this is probably about a year later from that conversation, right? Because I'm this guy. If somebody's successful, tell me to go do something, the first thing that I do is I'm doing it now. Somebody in the chat right now. And now stands for no opportunity wasted. As soon as someone say do something that's successful, that has something that I want, that I see them as a proof, I'm like, bet, this is what I need to do. I'm all in. So when they told me about that, they already had all these rental properties. I said, I'm in it. So I went and found a rental property, right? Lady gave me my first month, my last month, my security deposit. At that time, it was $750. I believe I got $22.50 in my hand. And I don't know if anybody got cash in your hand from a rental. You feel like I am rich. I felt rich. So fast forward, moved her in November 1st. She moved in my property. So her and her 5 kids came back December to go get my first month rent. Nothing. Came back on the 5th. Thought she would have it with the late payment. Nothing. Came back on the 15th. Nothing. January came. Somebody said, yo, you going to probably have to take her to eviction court. Went down to eviction court about the first week in January. They said, hey, you got to come back in a month. One, the lady got 5 kids. We're not kicking anybody out. You can start this process in February. Go back in February. I ended up getting this lady kicked out about mid-March. So this lady stayed in my property December, January, February, March, no money. When she left, she wrecked my property and it was just a mess. Ended up fixing the property back. Took me about a few months. Mind you, I had my junk removal business and my clothing brand at the time. So I'm hustling, right? So I took all the money I made and I fixed the property back up, got it back up, rented it to another client. First month, last month, security deposit. Ran into the game. This time, lady, I think this lady burnt me as well. So this lady burnt me as well. So I'm like, cool. Get a call from my brother about a few months later. Yo, bro, I see you doing your thing in real estate, right? My god brother, Corey. And in my mind, I'm like, bro, what is you talking about? I'm not doing nothing. I'm doing the worst that I could possibly do with this right now. So he's like, yo, I got a property, man. I would love for you to renovate it and we split it. I own the property. You don't got to pay. You fix it up. We split the rent. I'm like, bet, sound like a great idea. So we did exactly that. First month, last month, security deposit. This lady gave me my first month rent. So your boy was like, yo, maybe this real estate thing works, right? Next month came, lady didn't pay us. Guys, I literally quit. I said, I'm done with this. Everybody keep burning me. And a couple things I want y'all to know. Neil, where did you go wrong? Where did you go wrong at this? Number one, I didn't run a background check. So come to find out, when I started getting mentored by Doug Depp, he taught me like, bro, you got to get background checks, right? So we ended up still running the background check on the first lady just out of curiosity. The lady had 3 evictions on her property. Crazy. On her name. So mind you, I would have avoided that. Number 2, I didn't do Section 8. If you're doing anything with buy and hold rentals, you need to do Section 8 because it's guaranteed 2-year lease and it's guaranteed pay for what the government got to pay you. So I didn't know any of those things. This is why I tell people all the time, everybody put in the chat, get your mentor as quickly as you can because they cut your learning curve. They help you not make all the mistakes that most people would make, right? So fast forward, got them out. So at the time, y'all, I had a clothing brand, right? In my city of Philadelphia, we had like the murder capital, right? So we had the murder capital in Philly, which meant we had one of the #1 cities that had the most murders. I had a brand called Peace in Philly. Now, I don't know if anybody here is from Philly, right? But I had a brand called Peace in Philly. I was hustling these shirts. Y'all making so much money selling these shirts. I'm literally driving around from person to person, North Philly, West Philly, South Philly, all of this going crazy. And I was crushing it. I get a call from one of the guys who I start working with. He said, bro, you wanna be a vendor at my upcoming event? I said, a vendor? What's that? He said, you come set up a table with your merch and you sell at my event. I'm like, sure, I'll give it a shot. Fast forward, I went and did a vendor. My first time vending, y'all, I made $1,000. I'm talking about your boy made $1,000. And I'm talking about, I was so happy. Like, I'm talking about your boy was so excited to make $1,000. I'm like, wait, you tell me I don't got to ride around? You tell me I don't got to rip and run? I don't got to do all that? I'm going to make $1,000? Sign me up for that. Fast forward, made that grand. Great. I started doing every vending event I could possibly do for the next year straight. And somebody said, bro, you ever thought about having your own event? And mind you, I started to pop a little bit because of the brand, right? And because a lot of the things I was doing in the city of Philadelphia was all charity related. Most people don't know me really for the charity that I've done. I've been doing that for 15 years, more silently in the last like 4 years, but heavy charity boy, always giving back. So Fast forward. He said, bro, you ever thought about having your own event? I'm like, what do I need to do? He said, find you a venue, get you vendors like this, get you a band, like make it an experience. And mind you, I've been watching my homies do Karan and Shahid do these events. I'm like, I could do that. So I had my first event. Super successful. I didn't make no money. Had my next event. Super successful. I didn't make no money. Had my third event. Super successful. I didn't make no money. Right? And there's a commonality that's being made. I want everybody to put this in the chat. The person who makes the most money in the event space game is the owner of the venue. I'm going to say it one more time because I don't want y'all to miss that. The person who makes the most money inside of the event space game is the owner of the venue. Why? Why? The owner of the venue make more money than everyone else. Why, Neo? Because this is so good, y'all. I need y'all to catch this. I need y'all to catch this. The owner of the venue, they don't got to worry about filling up the space. They don't got to worry about if your guests are coming. They don't got to worry about dealing with event planners. They don't got to worry about decorations. They're going to get paid the same amount, whether one person come to the event or 100 people. So guys, I used to get this venue. They wanted $1,500 to rent their venue and they wanted a $2,000 bar minimum. So before I opened the door, I was on a hook for $3,500 at this venue. So as I kept having these events, one day I said, yo, can I get to meet the owner? I'm fascinated how they make all this money and they're never there. They're like, yeah, the owner lives in Canada. I said, when the last time they been here? They said a couple years. I said, what? So mind you, y'all, kept having all of these events. And again, like I was telling you guys, for those who don't know, I'm huge on charity since I started. And this slide is old when I used to do my workshop like 3 years ago. We've served then 60,000 people through our nonprofit. So mind you, I used to do charity. So every year we take hundreds of kids skiing, fully paid for. Right? We do an Easter event. Sometimes we didn't do that one as much. Every summer we give 1,000 kids fully stuffed book bags, haircuts, like it's the works. Thanksgiving, y'all, we bust in 300 to 500 homeless people, provide them with warm meals, haircuts, coats. It's the works. And our biggest and most expensive event, y'all, is our Christmas event. We literally give 1,000 kids brand new toys. 100 of them get brand new bikes. We got Santa Claus. We got all of these things. So funny story is we needed to raise money in order for us to have that event, right? So I said, yo, let's host a fundraiser at our next, and we call this Social Sundays, at our next networking event. And I start doing the math. I'm like, yo, the venue gonna want $3,500. We can't use this venue because they're taking all of our money, right? So I said, yo, we need to find a smaller venue. And here's the strategy. Everybody who walks through the door, give us $20, right? And everybody bring 1 to 3 toys. I'm like, bet. That's it. So we found a venue that this guy let us use in West Philly, y'all, and he only charged us $100. So this was December 23rd when we had this event. And mind you, our charity give back was December 24th. So we were able to get hundreds and hundreds of toys, and we were able to raise thousands of dollars to pay the different Santas, food, and all these other things. So it was a massive success. Fast forward, and this is how I got into the game. January came. January about 5th. I started getting all of these phone calls. Mind you, the venue that we used, it was in West Philly, right? And I'm West Philly to the death of me. I rep West Philly so heavy. I'm excited, y'all. I got a whole street being named after me, y'all. I can't wait. That's going to be an experience. But moral of the story, right? And guys, I'm 2 minutes from the steps too, just so y'all know, just so y'all clear on that, right? But I want y'all to understand this. So moral of the story is I start getting all of these calls about January 5th. Yo, what's up, Neo? I was at your event. I wanted to see if I can use your venue for this. Sorry, not my venue. Yo, Neo, I was at your event. Wanted to see if I could use it for an art show. Sorry, not my venue. Hey, Neo, man, what's up? Was at your event. Wanted to see if I could use it for a networking event. Sorry, not my venue. Yo, Neo, I was here at this event. Wanted to see if I could use it for this. Sorry, not my venue. Next call. Hey, Neo. Hey, hold on 1 second. Hey, Carl, I got someone on the other line. They're interested in booking your event for this date. What should I tell them? Send them down for open house. We got open house Wednesdays and Fridays, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. We'll be there. So I'm like, cool. Come meet me at open house Wednesday or Friday. I'll be there from 5 to 8. Went to open house. Every call I started to get, I start sending them all the open house and I start sending them that number. For the next year straight, y'all, I literally learned the entire event space business because that guy is now like a father to me. He ended up becoming my mentor, showing me the entire game, showing me what to do, what not to do, type of events to have, type of events not to have. And I grew a social media upwards to 10,000 followers. They made at least 20, 30 grand from the events I sent. Your boy made nothing that year at all. but I learned the entire business. So fast forward, remember, I'm that guy. Remember, if successful people tell you to do something that are making success, that's exactly what I do. So I get the call. Yo, bro, you ever thought about opening your own venue? I said, no, I haven't, but it sounds like a great idea. What should I do? You start breaking down some of the steps. I said, great, but I still had that rental property that been sitting for years. What should I do with there? I start thinking. So guys, in that moment, I did a comparison. I said, I still got my rental property. I still got my event space. Let me do the pros and the cons. Rental property, I got one tenant in there, gives me $750 a month, right? Event space, and at the time I was charging $500. If I get 10 people to book this thing for $500 each, I make $5,000 a month. If I get 20 people to book it, I make $10,000 a month. Rental property, if the lady don't pay me, it's going to take me 1 to 2 months to get her out, and I'm going to be burned. Event space, if the people don't pay me, they never even walk through my door. They never get a key to the venue. They got to pay me 2 weeks before their event happen. Rental property, yo, I need to go make more money off of this tenant. Can I add another tenant in a single family home? Of course, the answer is no. Okay, event space, I want to make more money off this event space. How do I do it? Just get more bookings. You want to make more money, increase the price, get more bookings. Rental property. Yo, what are my bills and my overhead? Electric, gas, water bill, electric, gas, water bill, insurance. Event space. I have the same exact overheads, but $1 million insurance policy that cost me under $100 a month. Rental property. If the lady don't pay, I'm burnt. Event space, I never got burned. Rental property, 30 days of wear and tear, 5, 6 people living in the house. Every time something broke, I got to fix it. Event space, the most I've ever had to fix was a clogged toilet or service the HVAC. Y'all, what decision would you guys would have made in that very minute? And that, my friends and family, is how I got hooked on the event space game. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into these steps. And before we get to it, there go Tanisha. She's the third person to the right. Everybody say congratulations to her. Y'all crushing it. She did the $102,000 last month. Everybody say congratulations to Dom. She did $16,000, I think, on her best month. Second picture to the right, that's Brandon and his wife. They did $35,000. They did over, I think, $600,000 in Houston since they opened. And I'm just excited, y'all. In the chat, I want somebody to say I'm next. In the chat, somebody say I believe. In the chat, somebody say it's my time. In the chat, somebody say it's my turn. Like, I really need you guys to believe that this will be you if you execute. Somebody in the chat say execute. Somebody say this will be me in the chat. Somebody say this will be me if I execute. Somebody in the chat say this is my season. Somebody in the chat say I must make this thing happen. Like I tell y'all, the biggest thing you can ever do is believe, even when you don't have a clue of how it's going to work. So without further ado, y'all, we are officially at step number 1. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Let's go ahead and get right to step number 1, man. Hope you guys are enjoying it, man. We're about to get to it. 1 second. Yo, can somebody bring me some water? So let's get to it. So without further ado, let's get to it. Step number 1, y'all, how to find your event space. So first and foremost, so you guys know, you are looking for a commercial building. This ain't something that's going to be done in your basement. They ain't something you're going to be sneaking and doing. You are looking for a commercial building for this to work. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for a commercial location. Everybody write it down. You are looking for 1,000 to 3,000 square foot location. One of the websites that you guys are going to look on to find your space is Crexy.com, right? Next thing, when it comes to looking for your location, you are looking for high traffic areas, right? So for example, both of my spots, one of my spot, 3848 Lancaster Avenue. So if anybody here from Philly, feel free to ride by. Another one of my spots, 4141 Ridge Avenue. And my third spot is in Buckhead in Atlanta, right? But if you ever ride by the first two, on a given week, we got 100,000 cars riding up and down the street. So we're getting bookings every single month, anywhere from 1 to 5 bookings per space, just from somebody riding by and being visible. Somebody in the chat, right? Be visible, right? Somebody in the chat say, I must be seen, right? So that's the next thing. Next thing, where else we're looking? We're looking for business corridors. So you're looking for areas that have a high influx of small businesses. Why? Because businesses are already coming there to do business, right? So example of a business corridor would be a shopping center. So again, I got at least probably dozens of people that have event, like Anik got three event spaces in one shopping center. Legit, 3 event spaces in one shopping center. right? 3, right? Anik got 2 in one shopping center. Why? Because they're already bringing clients and people already to there. So they're picking up free bookings just from being in the shopping center, right? So I recommend, thank you, baby. Thank you, honey. I love you. Come here. I'm doing a great job. Thank you, honey. I love you, buddy. So next, right? Everybody say hi to my daughter in the chat too. Everybody say hi to Ocean. Say hello, Ocean. Say hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Give me a kiss. Love you. See you later. All right. Tell somebody I need a charger too. Hello, Dreamy. Come here, baby. Come here, my Dreamy. Come here. All right. So, hello, my love. Daddy miss you, buddy. Daddy miss you. I'm working right now in the workshop. How you feeling? Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
Say hello, everybody.
Bye.
All right. See you later, boo-boo. Where's your brother? What's your brother doing? See you later. All right. All right, cool. So next, right? So next, let's keep moving forward. My daughters made me lose what I was about to say. So shopping center. Next thing that we're looking for, y'all, the next thing that we're looking for, write it down. You are looking for areas that are on the cusp. So you're looking for areas that are slightly gentrified, right? So the reason why this is so important, because you want to go ahead and get an area before it reaches its full potential. And if you are getting an area before it reaches its full potential, thank you, baby. If you are getting shut my door, baby. Shut the door, Dreamy. Shut the door. Ciao. If you are getting an area that's reaching it, like you want to get an area before it reaches its full potential, right? So find an area that's literally on the cusp, like that's in a slightly gentrified area that's not reached its full potential. So to give you guys an example, one of my locations, 3848 Lancaster Avenue in West Philly, if you ever ride by it, you walk out of that location, you make a right-hand turn. Thank you, baby. You walk out of that location, you make a right-hand turn. Within 30 seconds, you're at Presbyterian Hospital. Within another 30 seconds, you're at University of Penn, the university. Within another 30 seconds, you're at Drexel University. You can hop in your car and drive right downtown in 5 to 7 minutes. You walk out of that location, you make a left-hand turn, y'all. 30 seconds, you're at a police district. 30 more seconds, you got a donut store. You got a Chinese store. Hey, guys, y'all got to go. Go downstairs. Excuse me 1 second, y'all. Hey, guys, you got to go down. Hey, somebody has to get As you guys can see, my kids run the show around here. Yeah, as you guys can see. Let me know if my connection good. Taylor, come here. Let me know if my connection is good. Somebody said my connection was bad. All right, cool. So look, let's keep moving forward. So let's keep moving forward. So with that being said, right? So we talked about the gentrifier. So you walk out, make a left, you're literally directly in the ghetto. So what does this say to me? That means you can acquire that spot for a lot cheaper than you're going to go straight downtown. So to give you guys a prime example, I've lived in Atlanta now 3 years, but I grew up in Philly my entire life. I'm not going to recommend you go get an event space downtown Philly. Why? You're competing with the Marriott. You're competing with the Hilton. You're competing with these publicly traded companies that got a whole lot of money every single month that can spit out however much money on their overhead. When I was just in Philly, I rode downtown. I saw at least 20, 30 new businesses. Why? Because most of the businesses cannot afford to actually stay in the locations that they're in. So again, you are looking for areas that are slightly gentrified that has not reached their full maximum capabilities. And another thing is, guys, you also want to look for areas that do have some parking, right? So the next thing is, let me give you guys this, just because a lot of you are here. It is also because a lot of you always ask, like, Neil, is it okay if I rent in the ghetto? 100%. Remember that venue that I was talking about, my mentor's venue, initially that area has grew, but that was in the ghetto. It doesn't matter. Like, you don't need to convince your guests about your area. The only person you got to convince to book your venue is the person you are communicating with. Because, for example, I got a wedding next week. I didn't ask what venue it is. I just said I'll be there. So anytime you come here and you guys let me know, are you guys asking people what venue is in, what area is going to be in, or are you just showing up? They send an address. It doesn't matter where it is. People are going to show up. So you want to be able to effectively communicate with your customers so you could get them to book. Next, let me give you guys this, because a lot of you probably been wondering, like you probably like, bruh, all of this sounds amazing, bruh. Like this sounds fire. Like you breaking down all of these things, but how am I going to buy this spot? Anybody been wondering that? Let me tell you my secret that got hundreds and hundreds of people their spots in the last several years leveraging this. And understand this. This is how I got in the game. Let me tell you. Guys, let me give you my secret. You can lease the building. Uh-oh. Hope y'all caught that. You can lease the building. So again, y'all, when I first got my business, I couldn't afford the building. The guy wanted $2 million for the 2 buildings. They were connected. That means 20% down, right? So that would have been $400,000. My credit was shot, right? I had very low 600, so I wouldn't have been able to get it on credit, right? So guess what? I got in the game leveraging a lease. So again, for everybody here, you literally could get in the building first month, last month security deposit, right? And having the right lease in place. Let me know in the chat if this is making sense for you guys. So this is how I help so many people get in the game, simply because, Neil, what about my credit? You don't got to worry about it as much. Neil, what about me having to come up with 20, 30% down? Right now, a commercial loan, you got to come down with 30 to 40% right now in today's industry. You don't got to worry about that, because you can go lease the location and you can get in a lot quicker, because they need to get the spot filled versus them continue to carry the costs. Let me know in the chat if this is making sense. And let me be all the way honest. When I first got in this game, y'all, I didn't feel comfortable leasing the building. I didn't feel like a real owner. I'm going to keep it real. I went to this Warren Buffett annual here. Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest people in the world, him and his business partner, Charlie Munger. I went to Nebraska. And the guy asked the question, hey, Mr. Munger, hey, Mr. Buffett, I'm thinking about buying this stock. Should I wait or should I get it now? And his exact words was, this: a bird in the hand is better having one at all. So what that means is never wait. Somebody in the chat, right? Never wait. When you got a good opportunity, a good deal, you do it right away. You get in it now. You take action right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month. So I went back. I started asking Doug Depp, and y'all got to follow him, bro. He's the best when it comes to buy and hold real estate. So I came back and I'm like, yo, bro, I got this opportunity to get this event space, bro, but I'm not going to own it. I know you teach people about ownership, but I ain't going to really own the building, man. So he said, bro, listen to me. Let me go ahead and break down the numbers for you guys. Somebody in the chat, right? Break it down, Neo. He said, bro, the average real estate investor, and this is what made me go all in on this. The average real estate investor who does buy and hold rentals, the average, they make between $100 to $200 cash flow per door, right? I'm going to say it again. They make between $100 to $200 cash flow per door. So if they own if they own a building with 2 units in it, or 3 units, a triplex, they're making between $300 to $600 cash flow every single month for their 3 tenants. He said, Neil, if they're exceptional, meaning if they're rock stars with real estate investing, the average person will make $300 to $400 per door, right? So $300 to $400 a door. I'm like, Neil, what does that mean? So if somebody has a triplex, if they're great, they'll make $900 per month cash flow on their 3 units, or they'll make $1,200 per month cash flow on their 3 units. He said, now let's do the math. You're telling me right now you're going to charge between $500 to $700 per event. You do 10 events a month at $700. That's $7,000. You do 10 events a month at $5,000, $500. That's $5,000. And let's do the math. He said, Neo, the numbers that you're projecting you're going to make, you would need 30 to 40 unit building or units in order for you to make the same amount of money you're going to make with this one event space. Are y'all picking up what I'm dropping on y'all right now? I don't want this to go over your head. So in order for the average real estate investor to make $10,000 a month, they got to have 30 units. 30 units making $300 a month is $9,000 a month. The average investor. 30 units, meaning 30 toilets, 30 tenants, 30 water bills, 30 rental licenses, and then you got me with an event space, one building, 1 or 2 bathrooms, right? They can't stay long. They in and out in 6 hours. They're giving you anywhere. And this is when I started, $500 to $700 a day per event. Are y'all catching what I'm saying? So I get to outdo any traditional real estate with one building. I'm beating right now people that got freaking 40, 50 units with my 3 spaces. I'm kicking their butt. So I want y'all to catch that. So this is why I'm screaming to the mountaintop this game. I'm like, bro, why ain't nobody talking about this stuff? And let's do another number. Let's do another number. My guy Petey, right? I want y'all to catch my guy Petey. His rent is $700 a month. He just was on our call. He's made $12,000 last month. His total overhead is $2,000. Catch those numbers. He's kicking people butt. So I want y'all to write in y'all city, how much would it cost for you to go buy a triplex tomorrow? What is the average cost of a triplex? 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000? You go get first month, last month security, fix it up. We got people getting built all in for $5,000, some in for 10 grand, some in for 15, some in for 20. Like, huh? And let me give you guys this. Just let me give you guys another hack, and then we about to go to step number 2. Let me give you guys this. Oh, I gotta, we're running out of time. Step number 2, let me give you guys this. Second thing with step number, let me give you this before we go to, you also can buy a building. Everybody write it down. It's something called the FHA 203K program. It allows you to buy a 1 to 4 unit building, and you only got to put 3.5% down, and you roll the construction costs in the building. So one of the things that you guys want to do when you are looking for this, you're looking for a commercial mixed unit building. What's the 4 units? Most likely it will be 3. So downstairs will be commercial. Second floor you can live in because you got to live there technically for a year. And the third floor, you could be a theme Airbnb. So you now can live for free and possibly produce anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000 a month. FHA 203K program. Come on, y'all. Don't play with me with this info. So look, let's go ahead and get to step number 2. Let me know if y'all getting a lot of game. And real quick, everybody say congrats. So here's our other location. This is our third location. If you guys can see it here, this is right here in Buckhead. I'm so excited about this particular location. So just yesterday, we did an event. The event we did yesterday was $7,000, $7,000 yesterday. I didn't even have to show up. I don't know who it was. It was like a shower, $7,000. So this is our newest spot in Buckhead. It's $4.1 million. It's massive, and it's actually a house that we use as our event space and for all our different events that we have. So some of you guys will have an opportunity to come here one day. So I'm excited for y'all. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to step number 2. Before we get to it, everybody say congratulations to Anik. Anik is doing $30K a month, y'all. She's in Houston. Katrina, she's doing $10K a month. Blue Sky Events crushing it. Everybody say congrats to Brandon. He's also in Houston doing $30K a month. And I just want to know, y'all put in this chat what city that y'all in, because your boy is pulling up on people grand openings, right? If I'm in your city, I'm pulling up. And before we get into step number 2, everybody say congratulations to Shanika and Demetrius. She said, hey, y'all. Just wanted to share the awesomeness. My husband, Demetrius, and I were featured in Shout Out Atlanta magazine, and the article went live today. The magazine highlights how entrepreneurs and small businesses in Metro Atlanta. Check us out. Major shout out to Nehemiah. And Maya, y'all, she's in our 75K program. So she continued to, as they made more money, said, they bought everything I ever created. Like, if you help them start making 10, 15 grand a month, they said, Neil, what's next? Shonda said this years ago. Hey, y'all, so I did a thing on last Thursday. I separated from my 9 to 5 just to let y'all know first, since we family. I'm so excited that I don't know how to act. P.S. We're currently hitting over 16,000 so far this month. 20K months, here we come. Everybody say congratulations, y'all. And I want to know in the chat, man, how many people are excited about the amount of money you're going to make with your space? Everybody say congrats to Oyenka. Now got 2 spaces, same plaza. Everybody say congrats to Kelsey, crushing it. So step number 2, y'all, how to fund your event space. Let me know in the chat if y'all getting a lot of game. If y'all enjoying this, drop an emoji or something. If y'all getting a little bit of game off of what I'm teaching you guys real quick. 1 second, please. Taylor! All right, so let's go ahead and get to step number 2. Let's get to step number 2 very quick. All right. Let me take a quick water break. Yo, let me know, y'all. And I ain't even done yet. Are y'all enjoying the game? Let me know. Rate this. Rate this to 1 to 10. It is safe to say that you haven't been on a better free workshop. My free workshop, let me keep it all the way real with y'all, is better than most of your people paid stuff. I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck with you. My free stuff is better than most people paid stuff. Most people come on the workshop and they give you nothing but fluff. I'm giving you guys nothing but game, so y'all can get this paperwork. All right, cool. So let's keep moving forward. So step number 2, how to fund your event space. Can you get me juiced up or something? This is about to die. I need to get this juice for me. Use that black joint as long. You might got to unknot it. All right, step number 2, how to fund your event space. Let's get to it, y'all. We about to start going fast. OPM, OPR, OPC, OPT leverage. 1, OPM stands for other people's money, other people's mentors. OPR stands for other people's resources, right? OPP stands for other people's properties. OPC stands for other people's connections, other people's time, leverage, right? One of the biggest things that we got to learn is the importance of leverage. A lot of us have gotten to where we gotten solely on your own. The name of the game now is, how do we get to where you want to go? The name of the game now. That may be beyond my... Taylor. So the name of the game now is, bro, leverage. Like, somebody in the chat, right? Leverage. Like, the game, how do I get there faster? That's it. Leverage. That means leveraging people's time, leveraging people's resources, leveraging people's mentors, leveraging everything. That is the name of the game, right? So let's keep moving forward. So next, let's keep moving forward. Look at this. Can you make sure it's not on me? Look how it looks. Come over here so you can see it. It just need to be like fixed. So it's on me. All right, cool. All right, cool. Next step. Number 2, the pre-marketing matrix. Everybody understand this. Everybody comment right now what it is that you do. What do you do right now? Whether you what type of business you got? You a bookkeeper? You got a maid business? You a baker? You a chef? And let me know if it's safe to say, comment the word safe. You are extremely good at what you do, but no one knows what you do. I'm going to say it again because I don't want that to go over anybody's head. You are extremely good at what you do, but no one knows what you do. So what does this mean specifically, Nehemiah? That means you are the best kept secret. And I want you guys to write this down. Visibility beats ability. One more time. Visibility beats ability. Visibility beats ability, right? And what does that mean? Visibility beats ability. And for those like, bro, what are you talking about, this visibility beats ability stuff? Meaning, like, the person who's seen the most will make the most. So one of the things that I teach all of my clients to do is I want you to start letting everybody know that you're in the process of getting your event space before you even have one. So remember earlier what I had you write, where's the name of where's your space going to be at? What's the name of it? All of these things. So you now can start letting everybody know. So what's one of the things I'm going to do to pre-market it? So today, when this is over, I want you guys to go ahead and create an Instagram for your page, for your event space. I want you to create a Twitter. I want you to create a Facebook. I want you to create a TikTok. Like, I need you to start marketing before you even got your space. I want you to go to namecheap.com or godaddy.com, go buy your URL name, right? So now you got a physical URL name. Y'all can hit up the Biz Lawyer. She can help you with a trademark. That's something you guys can get later if you choose to. But now you have all of these things together, right? Next thing I want you guys to do, start thinking about everybody you know, mom, aunts, uncles, businesses, whoever you can think of that has an upcoming event. Who got an upcoming baby shower? Who got an upcoming prom send-off? Who got an upcoming graduation party? Who got an upcoming trunk party? Who got an upcoming wedding? Who got an upcoming gender reveal? Who got an upcoming something? Anybody you know, reach out and let them know, hey, we're in the process of getting our venue. We would love to be able to host your next event. And you're literally letting everybody know that. Why? You're starting to develop a name for yourself. Like, hey, my venue, Beauty Bella Events is about to open. We'd love to host your next baby shower, book signing, seminar, repass, whatever it is. And you start telling people far before you're ready. You know how many businesses would do so much better than they're doing right now? The same thing that Apple does, the $1 trillion company, how they pre-sell the freaking Apple phone 6 months or 3 months before it come out. Yeah, it's the same thing. This is the same thing that Elon Musk did right now with the Tesla truck that they start pre-selling years ago that never came out. This is the same thing all these big brands do. They start pre-selling to help pay for the production of the product. This is a similar concept as you start marketing before you actually get your spot. Let me know if I'm dropping fire in the chat. If y'all getting game, let me know. So you start letting everybody know you got your space. Next, I want you guys to go on websites like meetup.com, ticketleap.com, meetup.com, ticketleap.com, eventbrite.com, and literally go ahead and type in zip codes, right? And find events in your area, right? And normally it's going to have the person's name of the organizer, it's going to have their email or have their number. And I want you to literally just create a spreadsheet with all of these people's information. Like all of it. And you're going to email them, hey, my name is X. The name of my venue is this. We would love to be able to host your next event that you're going to have for 20% off. Give us a call if we can help. So now what you're doing, you're now reaching out to people who just had an event or got an upcoming event who may use your spot in advance. In the future. So again, we're literally marketing our spot before we even get it, y'all. Let me know in the chat if y'all picking this up, y'all. So what you're doing is you're letting everybody know you exist before you get your spot. So when you get your spot, you are booked and busy. Next is, let's go ahead and get into it. The event space math versus the job math, right? One of the things that I like to tell people to do, right? This is important, right? Everybody take a moment, write down all the different events. Baby showers, book signings, seminars, repasses, gender reveals, prom send-offs, weddings, trunk parties, art shows, right? Movie screenings, right? Kid proms. Like, start putting in the chat as many events as you want, right? So the game is, let's go ahead and do it, right? Everybody write it down. Everybody put it in the chat, the minimum. And here's a mistake that we made, right? Somebody put in the chat the minimum. Everybody in the chat put minimum. 1 second. Everybody in the chat put minimum. The minimum that we are charging per event is $1,000. So one of the mistakes that we used to do was, yo, how do we go be the cheapest? No, it ain't the cheapest. The cheapest isn't the best, and the best isn't the cheapest. So you're not going to go be the cheapest person in the industry, guys. Minimum that you are charging per event is $1,000 per event. Minimum. So again, if we're charging a minimum of $1,000 per event, my goal, right? Everybody put, my goal is to book 5 events in a weekend. That's 1 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, right? If you do that for a course of a 1 week, and this, how much we got? $5,000 at the end of the week. We got $20,000 a month. What's that? 200, I believe, 60,000 a year. Now, some of you on here like, bro, all of that sounds good, Neo. I don't know if I could book 3 or 5 events in a weekend. Okay, let's just do 3. 1 on Friday, 1 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday, $1,000 minimum. It's $3,000 a week. It's $12,000 a month. It's $144,000 a year. Now, $144K a year. Now, let me give you guys this. Everybody write this down. This math that I'm giving you, this does not include weekday events. This does not include your community partnership events. This does not include your holiday calendar, meaning your Thanksgiving events, your Christmas events, your specialty events. This does not include your repasses with funeral homes and your funeral home partnership on a week. This does not include your couple events that I show you how to get every single month that will pay 75 to 80% of your overhead. This is just the average things if you be average. Now let's take it another step forward, y'all. Let me give you guys this because I know this is going to help y'all out, right? Now, next play is, everybody, remember The reason why we didn't make as much money as we could with our event spaces, because earlier on, we only offer one opportunity. It was $700 or $800 to book our events. Now you create packages. So we got clients. So when I talked about Tanisha made $102,000 last month, do you think it was from having a $1,000 event? No, she got packages at a $3,500 package. I think she got a $6,500 package. So they got different packages, right? So now let's do the math. The goal every single month is to book at least 1 to 5 $5,000 packages. Oh, what's the numbers on that? 5,000. One event, one. If you do that once a week, it's $5,000 a month. Excuse me, it's $20,000 a month. If you do that 3 times in a week, one $5,000 event on Friday, one $5,000 event on Saturday, one $5,000 event on Sunday, we talking about $15,000 in a week and $60,000 in a month. You do less events, you make more money. Are y'all getting what I'm saying? So again, now we got packages. So you put down, our minimum is $1,000. We can go up to 5K event, 10K event. My wife's birthday party I did was $30,000. My birthday party that I just gave myself was $60,000. So you had people willing to pay. I rented this lady's venue $25,000 for the venue rental, $25K. So again, you have people who willing to pay more, but if you only give them one opportunity, that's all they're going to get. So again, that is the job map. Next, let me give you guys this, because my goal is for you guys to make as much money as possible, right? 100%. How can I help you make more money? But everybody put in the chat, I need y'all to understand your time is going to be more important than money. Your time is going to be more important than money. And you're probably like, Neil, what are you talking about with this, bro? So for me, my last job that I worked at, I made $1,500 a month. I made $1,500 per month, right? $1,500 a month. I work 40 hours a week, an hour going to work, hour coming home for work, hour preparing for work. I work 55 hours a week, 220 hours a month. And after taxes, I made $1,500 a month. Y'all, that's 1 or 2 events right now. So y'all got to understand, like, it's a possibility you can replace your job income a lot sooner. My wife, I got my wife's paycheck here. Her last paycheck that she worked. Her check, y'all, for year to date, she made $28,000, $287. This is the entire year. 1 full year. She got this on 12/16/2016. I want to say this is one of her last years she worked. Maybe, I don't know. No, I think she worked a couple more years. But $28,000 is what she made. Y'all, how many events we talking about? You could possibly do that in 1 or 2 months, y'all. But again, most of us don't even know there's other ways to make money out here that exist. How many people here didn't even know this existed before today? You're like, you wasn't even aware that you've been to all of these events. You've been to family events, not knowing like, oh crap, I could be the person on the end receiving the money. It changes everything. So anyway, hope you guys got that. Next, let's keep moving forward. Step number 2. And guys, real quick, can I keep going? I seen some private messages like, bruh, I need you to mentor me. I need you to coach me. Do I got a program? Yes, y'all, I got a program. You guys will hear about that in about 20 more minutes. But I want to give you guys a bit more value. And again, several of you guys are going to start our program tonight for free, just to kind of help you guys out. If y'all ready to already join it in the chat, just write ready. But I want to give you more value. I'm not done. I'm not done with y'all yet. You feel me? And if you leave now, if you were to leave this workshop now, in my mind, you are basically saying you hate money. Like that's what I don't know if there's anything else more important outside of your family and your health than you making the extra 6 or 7 figures. Y'all let me know if there is in the chat, because I know I wouldn't be leaving. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Next is the ultimate leverage play, credit. So for those who don't know, man, our entire lives, man, we've been told, and you guys let me know if you agree. We've been told credit is bad. Credit is bad. Credit is bad. Don't use credit. Figure it out on your own. Blah, blah, blah. Like we've been fed this philosophy our entire lives. Let me know if you agree. Our parents put credit bills in our name, like all type of crap, right? And I don't know if anybody knows this, but most African Americans, speaking of myself, right? Our culture, we learn about credit, and let me know if this is y'all. We learn about credit after we already messed it up. Stay away from credit. It is bad. Right? I don't know if anybody is that. So now it's like, yo, everything I do is credit. How do I leverage everything? How can I never spend any of my own money? How can I use someone else's money? How can I use someone else's time? How can I use someone else's resources? Why? Because that's how you get there faster. All of these big corporations that got making billions and billions of dollars, because of employees. Leverage. So again, one of the things that I did earlier on, and this particular screenshot is from January, this right after we bought that house. And I spent a whole lot, but if you guys can see, I spent $76,000 on my Simply Cash card. I spent $165,000 on my Platinum card. I spent $157,000 on my Business Gold card. I spent $28,000 on my Blue Business card. And if you guys can see, that totals around $400,000 that I spent in January. I spent that during the month of January. For those who don't know about American Express, pretty much every 30 days, you got to pay off the full balance of what you owe. So I spent $400,000 that month, but I made more than $400,000 that month. And what I essentially did was all the money that I spent, right? I made that money at the end of the month. So I paid back the credit card and never used any of my money, got all of my points. Why? This is the greatest thing I can imagine. How can I take someone else's money, go leverage it to go make me more money, then I pay back their money and never use any of my own money? Like when I learned this game, I got hooked. So again, everybody in the chat, right? Credit is good. I must be responsible with credit. I must use credit to make me money. Now, if you're going to go buy credit to go buy you Balenciagas, for you to go look fly, for you to go look like you the jam and all of that, now you misusing credit. But credit is a leverage game. How do I make, everybody put it in the chat or write it on your paper. Your number one focus in this season of your life is, how do I take credit and how do I make my money make me more money? One more time. How do I take credit and how do I make my money make me more money? Like that has to be your focus. How do I take credit and how do I make my money make me more money? That gotta be a focus of yours in this season in your life. Period. So again, that's one of the things I do. So now let me go ahead and educate you on a few things around credit and some of the things you could do. So for those who got bad credit, write these cards down. You got Brex card you can apply for. You got Mercury card that you can apply for. You got Divvy charge card you can apply for, right? So those are some of the things you guys could do with bad credit. Brex card, Mercury card, Divvy card. Those are a few cards you could apply for. Next, one of the things that I teach, and this is by far my favorite thing that I teach. Everybody put in the chat OPM. It stands for other people's money. Other people's mentors, or however you, like OPM is all I think about. So what is the number one way that I use and leverage OPM? I want you guys to write it down. It is called 0% interest credit cards. So if you guys go to ChatGPT, go to bankrate.com, number one, it will give you a list of 0% interest credit cards based on your credit score, which you can apply for. You guys can also go on ChatGPT. And when you go to ChatGPT, type in, give me a list of 0% interest credit cards that I can apply for, and it will give you a list of them. Another thing prompt that you want to put in ChatGPT, give me a list of 0% interest credit cards that have no PG, which stands for personal guarantor. So a few 0% interest credit cards I recommend you guys get is Floor & Decor. So what Floor & Decor does is it will allow you to get a card. Also, it don't even require your social, and they will allow you to pay it off in 12 to 18 months, 0% interest. So if I got to go buy flooring, if I got to go buy paint, you also probably could get 0% interest cards with like Lowe's, right? With Home Depot. Like most of these companies are offering this because the goal is for you to go ahead and get in their world and start using their cards. Next, let's keep moving forward. Other cards that you should apply for, and the reason why I love American Express is if you apply for one American Express card, they only give you one inquiry, and you can literally go apply for their entire suite of cards. So if you have an LLC, the easiest card that you literally can go get approved for while you are on this call is called the NASA. Excuse me, I said NASA. That's another card I'm gonna tell you guys about. It is called the American Express Simply Blue Cash Card. They will literally give you approval within 1 to 2 minutes if you got an LLC. Another one that they give you quick approvals for is your Blue Business Cash Card. Right? Then you can go in and apply for the American Express Business. You can apply for the Plum card. You can apply for, I got about 5 or 6 different cards, right? So those are some of the things that you guys could do with American Express. The next cards I want you guys to write down is Office Depot card. right? That's another card. Stripe corporate card. That's another card that you don't got to have great credit. They base it on the money that you're running through. Next card. This card, my guy Smitty the GOAT. I don't know if my team is on here. This is called like the NASA card. They literally will pre-approve you, don't give you a hit on your credit, and you will be approved within 2 to 3 minutes. And I don't, team, if you're here, if you got that NASA card link, that would be helpful. Next, let's keep moving forward. Now that you got approved for each of these cards, everybody write it down. Now that you're approved for each of these cards, right? Also, team, very quick, I need y'all to drop inside of the link my Dispute Panda link for everybody to go monitor their credit. Everybody need to go get free credit monitoring. So if we could drop that link in here, and my Dispute Panda, if they want to do free, not free, do it yourself credit. So team, if y'all got them links ready, please drop them inside of there. But there we go. NASA FCU. I don't know if it's that. It's not that link. So more of the story. Now that you got approved for these particular cards, this is one of the things that everybody want to do. You want to go ahead and call all of these cards back. Call them, ask for the reconsideration department, or ask for customer service. Hey, I just got approved. I just got approved for this particular card. I would like to know if you can increase my limit. I want to make you guys one of our cards of choice, but the balance you gave or the limit you gave me will not allow me to be able to handle all of our business. And most times they will increase your limit on that call, but you need to do this within 24 hours of approval. And you also want to ask, will this be another hard pull? I don't recommend you doing it if it's another hard pull. Most of them could do it on the pull that they just got you the card on. So you call every card you got approved for and you do this. The next thing I want you guys to do is reach out to every small community bank in your city. Every small community bank in your city. And you guys can also go on ChatGPT. Give me a list of small community banks that are entrepreneur or small business owner friendly. And it will give you that. Give me a list of small banks that offer no documentation loans. So one of the banks that you guys want to go to is KeyBank. What KeyBank does, guys, is, and just in the last 4 or 5 years, just that I know of, we at least got people funded with KeyBank well over $10 million, right? And what KeyBank does is they will give you what we call a no-doc loan up to $50,000, right? So KeyBank, and they got 13 key banks throughout the United States, right? 13 states, with key banks in there. But they will give you a $50,000 business line of credit with no documentation. They base this on everything that you put on that application. Now, don't go lie on the application, but they will give you 10% normally of. So if you say you make $500,000, they will give you $50,000. You say you make $200,000, they will generally give you $20,000. But you also can apply for their business credit card, their personal credit card, all of that, all through KeyBank. You also could do this with Truist Bank. You could do this with M&T Bank, right? Those are just some of the banks that you could do it for. And just as of last week, I just applied for a business line of credit with TD Bank. And it was actually easy. Like the guy called me, like, yo, your approval is pending. And I'm like, that was like the easiest one that we did. So those are some of the things that I like to tell you guys to do when it comes to leveraging cards. So we just told you the cards that you guys could go for, the banks that you could go for. And here's the other thing. Let me give you guys this. And I still don't see in the chat team, I don't see the credit thing. I don't see the credit thing. I don't see the credit thing. Where is credit? Also, team, put in create my, oh, there we go. Also put in this createmyllctoday.com. So a lot of the stuff that I'm talking to you guys about, here's a real unfortunate thing. Most of you who don't have an LLC, you're not even going to be able to benefit from a lot of the things that I'm saying. The reason why you're not going to be able to benefit from these things that I'm saying, because you don't even have an LLC. Like you can't go get the business lines of credit. So a lot of times people are like, you don't have an LLC. You can't write off your mileage. You can't write off your business vacations with your family, right? You can't write off your gas. You can't do the Augusta rule where you can rent your home to yourself for business for 14 days out of the year. You can't write off your kids on your taxes for them working a certain amount of time. Like, it's so many things you can't do without you having an LLC. You can't write off your gas. You can't write off your cell phone bill. You can't write off your car note, right? Certain things that you would be able to write off under your business if you had these. So again, for those who don't have an LLC, create it immediately and start leveraging it, right? And one of my guys, y'all can reach out, create my LLC today. Is like a legal Zoom. They will literally help you guys create it. So that, my friends, is step number 2. That's leveraging credit, and by far so important if y'all understand it. And somebody say, give me more money. Let me give you a play. Somebody in the chat, probably give me more money. Once you have an LLC, once you get approved for these funding from these different banks, you go back with another LLC and you run the same play. You literally go run it. So what we're doing right now, we got approved. We got approved for one LLC. We're going back doing the same exact thing through multiple LLCs. So very quick, I want y'all to catch this. I want y'all to catch this really quick. Thank you, Nehemiah. Nelia said, thank you, Nehemiah, for this amazing exposure. First time in 33 years on this earth, I've learned how OPM works. Call it ignorance, but hey, I'm just happy I got exposed and was open to taking massive action. My wins for the day is approved for a 25K card, approved for an 8K cash card, approved for another 10K card. I also found a place that is potentially currently in negotiation to get some build out expenses taken care of. Somebody in chat said that's going to be me. Next, we got Sierra. I took major action yesterday. And let me say this, y'all. None of this will work for any of y'all on here without action. Somebody in the chat say action. Somebody in the chat write speed. Like, none of this will work unless you do. Right? So again, she wrote, I took major action yesterday and it was because of Nehemiah Davis approved for the following business credit cards: platinum card, gold card, blue card, platinum card. And the final one I want to say is I got approved for my first business credit card. I only had 2 personal credit cards and 3 store cards. I hardly used them because of not understanding the rules of using OPM. I'm really thankful for this group and everything I'm learning. I would have never thought to ask for such a big credit limit. I asked for $20K and got $25,000. Look at God. I'm racking up all these coins to fund my second space. Imagine funding your entire space with someone else's money, guys. Yo, are y'all understanding when funding your entire space and not using a dime of your money is different? So look, let's keep moving forward. Very quick, and I want y'all to catch this. Nikisha says, hey, y'all, it's that time of the month. Wanted to be transparent and give you guys some motivation. I'm not doing nothing special. I don't decorate, no churches, no open houses, no running back and forth, no pay ads, no kickbacks to my decorators, just going with the flow. And I purposely had my team keep the date on here. This is from, Nikisha put this in our group January 1st, 2021. We talking about several years ago. She made $16,208. We talking about we almost 3 years ago? Huh? What? 16 grand? Leveraging the game? And this is one of my favorite posts. I got to read this from Kim because this really makes me do what I do. Somebody in the chat say I'm going to be next. Nehemiah Davis, do you ever just sit and think about how many businesses that you help create in our communities by sharing your knowledge and building a community? I hope you realize how big of an impact that you've made on so many people's lives. What you have contributed will set up future generations for people you have impacted. Family, let's give Neo his flowers and tell him what he mean to us. Y'all know how good I feel, y'all, when I just hear all the lives that I've impacted, like really on some, like I feel good about that. Just knowing that so many people have learned this game that I'm teaching them and it's changing their family lives. It just makes me feel, it makes me feel amazing. So let's go ahead and get into step number 3, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into step number 3. Let's go ahead and get into step number 3, y'all, and let's rock it, man. So step number 3, how to automate your space. Before we get into it, everybody write on y'all paper, man. Grab a pen. Or you already got a pen. Put 40, 40, 40 on the plan. And one of the things I always talk about the 40, 40, 40 plan, this is something that we've been taught our entire lives. And let me know if you guys are familiar with the 40, 40, 40 plan. And again, let me let y'all know this. There's nothing wrong with working a job, right? But here's the 40, 40, 40 plan that they've been teaching us and selling us our entire lives. Is find a good job, work a good job for the next 40 hours a week, Find a good job, work the job for 40 hours a week, work the job for the next 40 years of your life, then retire on 40% of your income. That's retirement. Unfortunately, most people can't retire on people can't even retire on 100% of their income because we never been taught about financial literacy. So what I need everybody to write is just write an X over it and write in the chat, it won't be me, right? One of the things Derek Grace talks about, he talked about unlearn and relearn. So what a lot of us got to do right now in this time is we got to unlearn all the bull crap, all the junk that been fed in our mind of, like, think about the idea of you work until you 70, then you start traveling. Now you're trying to hang out with your grandkids. Like, think about the idea of once you retire at 65, 70, it hurts my heart that they got to go back and work a second and third job because we were never taught about leverage. We weren't taught about creating supplemental incomes. We weren't taught about creating side hustles. We weren't taught about creating businesses. Like, we weren't taught about legacy. So what happens is we end up going and life ends up being so hard for us, right? I don't want that for you guys. I don't want that for my family. So again, this is so critical that we unlearn the junk that we've been told and retrain our mind. And this is why one of the things I tell people all the time, the biggest way to kill a big dream is to introduce it to a small mind. Say it one more time. The biggest way to kill a big dream is to introduce it to a small mind. The biggest way to kill a big dream is to introduce it to a small mind. And what that means is, guys, the reason why so many of us aren't successful is because as soon as you get an idea to become better, to do better and be great, you tell somebody who got a small mind. You tell your mom, you tell your dad, you tell your husband, you tell your boyfriend, you're getting permission and they talk you out of what you could become. Anybody here tired of being talked out of what you could become? Anyway, let's keep moving forward. Step number 3, how to automate your business. So again, guys, for those who don't know, man, it's very simple. And this step alone has really got me financially free. This step alone has really helped me in a way that it's been incredible. It has been incredible. Like somebody said this, it hurt me. I just said that. Somebody just said, my dad is 79, still working. It hurts me. It hurts me. And again, they may want to work, so that's a different story. But when you have to work, it's different. And is anybody okay with that? Right? That your parents may have to work till 90. It just don't sit well with me, y'all. Like my mom now, she's like 60. I can't imagine her going to work right now. I can't even think about it. And the cool thing is that everybody here, you have the ability to take this information, apply it, and get your family out of that situation if you decide to do something with it. So anyway, guys, how I actually automated the business, and this step alone has changed everything for me. So again, for those who don't know, I live in Atlanta, Georgia right now. I've lived in Atlanta, Georgia now for 3 years. I've been to my event spaces in Philadelphia in the last 3 years about 13 to 15 times. 5 to 6 of those times with either one of my own events or a close family or friend where I decided to go. So in a nutshell, guys, is the system and the process that we are running. I don't even got to show up. Like the process and the system that I'm running, I literally do not have to show up. And it was all based on this. But guess what? Something bad had to happen to me for me to experience this. So I'm probably like most people in this chat and most people who are on here, that most of us are a slave to our business. And you're probably like, Neil, what does this mean? This means if something happens to you, the business is over. You run every aspect of the business. So for me, with my event spaces, I was setting up the event space. I was breaking down the event space. I was helping with decorations, right? I'm doing the contracts. I'm doing the invoices. I'm doing the reviews. Like I'm doing anything that the client wanted. I would spend the 6 hours at their entire event, then get it right for the next event. Like I was literally running myself rampant. And I did this for the first couple years in business. So 2 years of my life, I did this, like going crazy, right? And one day I'm playing basketball. I'm playing basketball, went up for a shot. Literally, my knee popped out of the socket and popped back in the socket, right? When that happened, my fiance at the time rushed me to the hospital, right? And I'll just say my wife because it's just easier. My wife rushed me to the hospital. When I got there, y'all, they like, man, I was literally almost crying like a baby in a wheelchair, couldn't walk, get there. Man, based on just swelling and what we're seeing and what you're telling us, 100% you probably tore your ACL. And mind you, I tore my ACL and my meniscus, but they said probably, and what that means is you probably need to prepare that you won't be going to work tomorrow. So call your employer. Let them know you're probably going to be out from the next 30 to 60 days based on this industry. injury, especially if you got to get surgery. I'm like, yo, ain't no way that's going to happen. Like, and that's what make me tell people all the time, like, you got to find a way to make money. Like, what happens right now, and anybody else, like, what happens tomorrow if you use loose of your hands or your feet? Is anybody here going to be fired from your job? If you call in tomorrow, bro, I can't come in for the next 60 days. Anybody here will be fired. I know I would be fired from my last job if I couldn't use my hands and I couldn't use my feet, because that's what the whole premise of my job was on when I worked at the private airport, right? So fast forward, I'm like, man, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. So ended up going home. My wife and my mom literally worked the business for the next 30, 40 days. Like, it was there. Like, that's what they was doing, right? They was running the whole business. And my mom said this to me. She said, son, I don't know how in the world that you're doing all this. You're breaking down, they're doing tables, they're doing chairs, they're lifting them up, they're breaking them down. They said, I don't know how you were able to do this. And I want y'all to really say this, right? I want y'all to write this down. I want y'all to catch this. I heard Les Brown say this. The reason why I was able to do all of those things that I was doing, because I didn't have anybody to tell me I couldn't do it. Say it one more time. It was this boy stuck in a tree that Les Brown had, and he said the tree was so big and the kid was able to break out of the tree, rip down a limb, and save his little brother. And they was like, yo, how were you able to do it? And he said, I believe I was able to do it because I didn't have anybody there to tell me I couldn't do it. So a lot of the things that I do in my life, even right now, is crazy how I do it, but I don't have nobody telling me I can't. And most of us can't elevate and reach another level because every time you think you're about to elevate, you're getting permission. You're seeking permission from somebody who you wouldn't even trade places with. Let me know in the chat if this helping. Right? So anyway, as we move forward, y'all, my mom and them start working. And for 30 days, I'm stressed out. I'm like, I can't believe they're doing all of this work. I got to figure something out. And for some reason, I call it God, call it the universe. I believe in God, but call it whatever you want. And something came in my mind and said, you got to automate this thing. Y'all, it took me about a month to figure this thing out. But what does the automation process look like? That means now adding a lockbox. So when the client comes in, they literally walk through their own door. They set up their own tables. They break down their own chairs. When they come to open house, we show them, here's where your tables are at. Here's where your chairs are at. Here's where your surround sound system at. You give us back the venue the same way we give it back to you. And if you do not do this, you lose your security deposit. Uh-oh. I'm gonna say it one more time. You give us back the venue the same way we give it to you. Chairs over here, tables over here, this over here, lockbox here. And if you do not do that, you lose your security deposit. So what that did, guys, it removed me from the equation because now they respected the spot, because not only did we have their security deposit, but now they set up their own venue. They broke down their own venue, and now it changed the game. Then you add automation. You add yourself a virtual assistant. You add your virtual assistant, right? And then once you do the virtual assistant, you add your event manager who also runs everything. So now your virtual assistant is managing all of your bookings, all of your contracts, all of your resources. So with me, my brother Inky Johnson always talked about, you got to stop asking, what'd he say? I don't want to misquote my guy. But basically it's like, you keep asking God, why me? Instead of asking God, why not me? So I had to freaking almost break my leg for me to understand the automation process in my business. And it changed everything for me, guys. So now everything that I do is around this ASAP model. Can it be autonomous? Meaning once it's up and running, will it continue to run? Is this sustainable, right? Think about this, y'all. We're in the AI age right now. And I tell people this all the time. I'm so happy about this. I don't care what happens with AI. I don't happen with what's on. AI cannot disrupt event spaces. NFTs cannot disrupt event spaces. Why? Because we thrive for human connection. We want to hang out with each other. We want to hug each other. We want to go different places. One of my homies having an event just texted me like, yo, you coming through tonight? We all gathering around. It's going to be a vibe. That will not be replaced. And guess where he's having that? At somebody's event space. So again, is this sustainable in a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? AI will not interrupt it. What's going on in society will not interrupt it. COVID interrupted it momentarily, and now people back is up and popping. Next is action. Of course, if none of this work without action, somebody in the chat write action. And the last thing, perpetuity. Once I set this up, can I get paid over and over and over again? Here's one check from our monthly client, $1,500. Here's another check, right? $1,500. Here's another check, $1,500. Here's another check, $225, right? Here's another check, $300. This is just one of our monthly clients who pay us every single month. Once it's set up, it's set it and forget it, y'all. So again, in this process, and again, y'all, your paperwork got to be right, of course, leveraging it this way, but it changed the game for us. And then the next thing, everybody write it down, partnerships. Everybody here is you got to understand and start creating the partnerships. You got to understand and start creating the partnerships. What does this mean? I'm now partnering with event planners. I'm partnering with different people. So when I first got my venue, I tell you guys to do this. I didn't fully do this. You now go reach out to event planners. I would love to make you our preferred event planner. And y'all, I'm be honest, how many event planners are in here? I love really helping y'all because y'all not making no money off of the venue, only from the work that you're doing. But imagine when you getting all the money, right? But anyway, one of the things I do is, I go partner with them. Hey, can you come set up, do a mock setup? Now I got all these mock setups, right? Give us TikToks, right? Give us Instagrams. Now we got things to put on our social media, on our Instagram, on these other sites. Like here's one of our sites that also help us automate, pairspace.com or gigster.com, where we are now getting free bookings from these particular platforms, but we're using the content from these partners and posting on it. And we're like, yo, if we get booked, we'll reach out to you for the event planning of it. So now, guys, everything we do is in the automation. Like you got to start thinking in your personal business and how can I automate something about this? What can I do to make this? Again, we talked about the event manager. We talked about the event manager. We talked about the virtual assistant. And we talked about making all of your clients have to set up and break down their own event. It changed the game for me, y'all. So again, y'all, these are some of the strategies. And again, this automation process, somebody say, set me free. Like somebody in the chat say, set me free. The reason why I love this so much, I want y'all to catch this. And I believe Christine's going to come here, but she says, yo, guys, this program works if you work it. Speaking from experience, Venue.38 is proof of the product. Best decision ever. Proof of the product. Best decision ever. So we're in Dubai. Next to me is Shanika and Demetrius. They made $10,000 that day, y'all. We're in Dubai in a hot air balloon. And they said, bro, one of the best things you could have ever did was taught us the automation process. And I don't know if anybody live in Atlanta, Georgia, but so y'all can see this, I call this fact checking. They got a venue called Memories Event Hall. It's directly next to my brother's restaurant, Alex Good Energy, Crew Alpharetta. I was out there about midnight one time. I peeped through the window. I'm like, they in there working? They said, we don't even show up on the weekends no more. Those were our employees cleaning at midnight. So guys, the reason why I'm so I'm trying to bang this through your idea of finding the spot, funding it and automating, because there's not too many businesses that will pay you $700, $1,000, $5,000. And you put these systems in place at some point in time. Again, you won't do this for 90 days, meaning it takes time to get it right. But think about these being in place. She's in Dubai making $10,000 in a weekend and didn't have to show up. It's not many businesses. Like, you got to ask yourself, what business can I hair braiding? You have to braid their hair. You can't automate braiding hair. You can automate the event space. Are you letting me know? Chris, we show you how to find, and we show you how to get your employee for free. Shows you how to get it for free. So again, these are just some of the games that we literally like to break down for you guys. But again, somebody in the chat say work. This only works if you work it, right? And now let me give you guys the biggest play right here. Somebody in the chat say start today. Someone in the chat write do not delay. Someone in the chat write take action now. Right? And I gotta read this, and I'm so proud of my sis because she going crazy right now. But where she was at, this is where most people are at right now. She says, greetings, everyone. I really need my glasses. I've been wanting to open up my own event space since 2016, but I was too much in my head to get started. I'm going to read it one more time. I've been wanting to open up my own event space since 2016, but I was too much in my head to get started. I stumbled across Neo's course and decided to take it this past November. It gave me all the reassurance and motivation needed. Within 3 months, I found the space. I negotiated a lease. I received my keys and received the town's permit approval for usage with alcohol. Today we started renovations, and I'm so excited for the future. Many thanks to the program and the group for the support. It is up from here. Do you guys see the before and after pictures of her venue, y'all? Do y'all see the before and after pictures of her venue right now? Let me know if you're powerful for you. Here's what I need you guys to do, because I don't want this to go over your head right now. She says, I've been wanting to open up my own event space since 2016, but I was too much in my head to get started. Do y'all believe that's a financial problem or a mindset problem? And this is where most of you are at. Y'all, most of you spent the last 2 hours or hour and a half on this workshop, and you know you should do this, but some of you going to wait another year. Some of you going to wait another 2 years. Some of you going to wait another 3 years. So we got to ask ourselves, 6 years of waiting, what will it cost you? Like I tell people all the time, what will it cost? 6 years of waiting, what will it cost you? So everybody in the chat, right, I'm taking action today. Someone in the chat say, I'm taking action right now. So the biggest thing that I teach my clients is action. I need y'all to go take action on this. As soon as this workshop is over, put something in motion so you can focus on getting your own event space. Put something in motion so you can make this happen. One of the things that my mentor says, he says it's so powerful. He says the quicker you get to your dream life, the longer you get to enjoy it. So what I need people to start doing and understanding is you got to stop waiting as if you got tomorrow. You got to stop waiting as maybe I could wait until tomorrow. Maybe I could wait until next month. No, I tell people that is the language of the broke. Tomorrow, next month, next week, next time. No, now. No opportunity wasted. So again, y'all, very simply, man, I want to know in the chat who's ready to be next. Like, who's ready to go get their event space? Who's not going to just spend these last 2 hours on here? And who's not only going to, like, who's going to actually take action? Like, bro, I spent 2 hours on here. It was motivational. I got a lot of game, but now I'm going to do nothing with it. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to the people the people in the next 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, because you understand financial freedom must happen this season. You understand this is the time and the opportunity that I must go all in. You understand, I must get around the right people. You understand that having a mentor, right, gives you a system, right? And for those who don't know what system stands for, it stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money, right? So in the last year, I spent $400,000 on personal development. By far, one of the greatest things I've ever done, y'all, because it gives me access to information and people that I would not have access to previously, y'all. So I literally put so much energy and effort in learning as much as I can, because I tell people all the time, the more you learn, at some point you get to remove the L. Say it one more time. The more you learn, at some point you get to remove the L. So again, a lot of you can been hitting me up like, Neil, how do I get tapped in for you? How do you mentor me, Neil? How do you coach me? Can you help me? So can I have y'all permission for the next 5 minutes, right, to talk to the 20 people? Like, I'm on a journey, right? For this month, my goal is to literally help 20 people get their keys. Help 20 people at least get in the game where, we at least got you started, right? Help 20 people learn my OPP method, other people's property, where you start even making money before you get your event space. So for the next 5 minutes, do I have y'all permission to talk to you guys about how y'all can work with me? How y'all can work with my team, how we can coach you to success, how we can give you the game to help you get your event space, how we can put you around other like-minded people who get it, how we could give you the game and the resources to help you get to that next level, right? How I could become your OG. And for those who don't understand, OG stands for offering game, where I constantly could be in your ear. So again, for the next 5 minutes, it appears I have y'all permission, and anybody else, this isn't for you. This is for those like, I'm ready to go in. And the other thing I wanted to let y'all know, most of you tonight, we're going to be able to start for free. Just to give you that. Just so those who are here, I'm like, tonight is not going to cost you anything out of your pocket tonight, right? So again, I want to take these next 5 minutes to go ahead and talk about it. And what I'm going to do, first time I've done this year, I got my pen and my paper. Tonight, I'm adding some new stuff that we've been working on. Like, we got new things in the works, and I'm going to introduce these to everybody here tonight. So without further ado, if y'all ready to get to the next level, somebody in the chat, right, ready. If y'all ready to do the work tonight, somebody right, ready. So with that being said, guys, I'm about to take a minute. I'm about to literally talk to you guys a little bit about what's inside of our program, right? And give you guys the opportunity to make this investment in yourself. So you guys know, once the price drops, this opportunity will be available for exactly 15 minutes, or for the first 20 people. This is only for 20 people. So 20 of the most serious people, 20 people who actually want to get their venue right, 20 people who actually want to leverage credit, 20 people who actually want to learn my automation process in depth, 20 people who actually want to run all of these different plays that we're going to teach, right? Right. I want y'all to learn the game. Like, I don't want you, like, you don't got to pay me $250,000 like we paid Magic. You don't got to pay me $85,000 like we paid Ed Milet. You don't got to pay me the money that we pay ET. Like, y'all don't got to do that. I want to literally show you guys how to get in the game for a fraction of what I pay to get in things. So for those who don't know, y'all, we created a program. So those who don't know, I got a mastermind, my inner circle is 75K. We got a passive income program, which is 25K. And a program that I'm about to talk to you guys about is 10K. And when I created it, I'm like, man, how can I create this program where it's helping people get so much game and so much insight that is truly going to be everything they need to get to the next level? And I started to think, like, what can I do? So this is an entirely new design program to help you guys get the absolute most out of everything. And I say, yo, how do we make it where they're getting so much game and so much insight, it is almost impossible for them to fail if they do the work. It is impossible for them not to succeed if they do the work, y'all. So again, in that program, I want to take a moment to talk about it. So the first thing I want to talk about, y'all, is we just created something called our Sprint program. And the reason why I'm so excited about the Sprint program, y'all, we put so much energy and effort in it. It is a coaching program, right? Where literally, this is our $10,000 program, but for the next 7 to 14 days, you are being coached by our team. So we talking about mindset call. We talking about credit call. We talking about pairing you with an accountability partner. We talking about doing an onboarding, showing you here's how you get the absolute most out of the program. So that's the first thing that we're going to talk about is our Sprint program that is literally designed to help you get results. Because a lot of you, I'm going to be all the way honest, you're going to be motivated tonight. You're going to be pumped up, right? And a lot of you are going to do nothing with the information. So for the next couple weeks, we are literally holding your hand. Do this, do this, do that. Take action here. Get on this call. Do this, do that. Here's how you create this LLC. Here's how you get funding for this. So we are literally making sure you got everything you need, right? This is our all in, like, yo, do this, do this, do that. Next thing we want to set you up with is put you in our private Telegram group where it's only members only, where you are able to get connected with an accountability partner, right? Somebody that can help you get to the next level. I'm gonna keep it all the way honest with you guys. A lot of you here right now, the reason why you're not as successful as you could be, because you're doing it alone. I tell people all the time, or you're the smartest person in your circle. I tell people all the time, if you're the smartest person in your circle, you're not in the circle, you're in a cage. And so many of us are that smartest person in our circle, right? So with that being said, y'all, we created an environment where you could get paired up with accountability partners, people in your city or people you could just talk to about what's working and what's not working, right? In addition to that, we want to give you guys access, free access for the next 90 days to our private group where you got hundreds of people just like you, other event space owners, other people in credit, other people in different businesses to truly help you. So that's $300 a month. We're waiving that, right? Free for the next 90 days, then it's $50. Like, we making this thing so affordable, it doesn't even make sense. The next thing I want to talk about, y'all, is it okay if I over deliver? I want to give you guys the exact call that I paid my lawyer $10,000 for. So again, we didn't get a chance to talk about contracts. We didn't get a chance to talk about leases. We didn't get a chance to talk about all of those different things, right? How I almost lost my event space because I didn't have a certain clause in there. How many people come back to me, sign a bad lease and think I can save them, right? Most of you going to go try to figure this out on your own, sign a bad lease, ruin everything, and you can't even break out of the lease. So we got clauses and certain things we put in leases so we can get out of them if need be, right? So is it okay if I give you guys that training that I paid my lawyer $10,000 for so you guys don't got to figure it out, right? So those are just some of the things I want to talk about and give you guys. Is it also okay if we give you guys the entire course, 30 hours plus of information? So if you were to get this, right, and you never see me or hear from me, plus hours of game, right, to help you guys get to the next level. I'm talking about we literally recorded everything on finding the space, right? Our super method that helps you find a space fast and leverages someone else to help you do it. Funding the space, all the list of the different cards, how to apply for them, what inquiries is this, like, and then the other thing, our automation process, how to get all your workers for free, your virtual assistant for free, your event manager for free, where this isn't coming out of y'all pocket, y'all. So again, those are some of the things that we created. So again, when I thought about it, I'm like, bruh, it has to be at 10 grand, because how many people would gladly pay us 10 grand for a program that literally helping you. If you can make $1,000 to $10,000 a month and you're able to make that investment once and then get paid for the rest of your life, is it worth it? I just want to know in the chat if that's worth it for you guys, right? If we could show you guys and design for you guys in one of the programs, show you and design how you can do packages where you're getting $3 grand, $5 grand, upwards to 10 grand per event. Is it worth you just paying the investment of 10,000 one time and you're able to make this money for the rest of your life? I want to know is that worth it for you guys? Like if you're able to go how Christine made 15 grand or whatever she made last month, but she only paid me one time and make that type of money. How Tanisha made $102,000 last month, y'all, leveraging the game. Monique made $30,000 leveraging the game because they now know about packages. They now know how to get more money from your customers because they're going to go spend the money anywhere elsewhere anyway. So without further ado, y'all, man, we're about to get ready to drop this link. Also, we're about to show people how to get in for free. If y'all ready to get in the chat, say I'm ready. If you are excited, drop your name. If you know, if I'm going to be celebrating you with your name, comment your name in the chat so I already can see, because I want to see who's serious, y'all. So without further ado, guys, again, as we created the program, I thought without a shadow of a doubt, this program got to be $10,000, right? This newly designed program that we created, our 3.0. But we're giving you guys everything that we just said today. I said, nah, Neo, $4,997. It is cheap. But I said, yo, all I do is talk about success, love, speed. So what I want to do for everybody today, for the next 20 minutes and for the next 20 people only, you get everything that I just talked about, plus the 5 other things I'm about to talk about for only $1,997. So again, for those who are serious, everybody right now, go to www.eventspacesecrets.com right now and get everything that I just said for only $1,997. And for those who are ready to get in for free, y'all, I'm so excited about this, that we've had the opportunity to partner with PayPal Credit. 60 to 70% of everybody who gets into our program literally leverages PayPal Credit, where you literally can apply. Within 30 seconds, you will have a decision, right? And in those 30 seconds, you will have a decision. And if they approve you, you're able to start our program with no money out of your pocket, 0% interest for the next 6 months. You pay it off in 6 months, 0% interest. So the idea is that you come learn. So Tanisha, funny, she said, Neil, do you know I use PayPal Credit to get in your program? Jillian, do you know I use PayPal Credit to get in your program? So they got in my program, letting PayPal Credit, not going in their pocket, made their money off the strategies and the things that I teach you, then paid PayPal back. So it's essentially a free ride. So again, you guys can go to www.eventspacesecrets.com right now, and the link is right there, man. And I'm so excited for everybody. The offer starts now, and you officially got 20 minutes, or for the first 20 people will get sent, and then the price goes back up to $4,997. And let me go ahead and type this here. Event space. 1 second, guys. Right, I'm so excited for y'all. And y'all getting in right now, let us know. Event space secrets.com. So anyway, you guys, I want to go ahead and say congratulations to everybody who's getting in right now. 1 quick second, guys. Hey guys, go to eventspacesecrets.com right now to get in, or come join me. Comment the word class, get in this link live, right? So again, guys, I want to just take a moment, man. I want to say congratulations to everybody right now who's getting in right now, right? And making the decision to bet on yourself, making this decision to invest in yourself, because you understand that if you stay where you are right now, you're always going to be there. I tell people all the time, it's like, everybody here, you have one decision right now. You can stay exactly the same, or you can make a decision to change everything for your life right now, right? And I tell people all the time, what are you willing to give up in order to go up, right? Does this make sense for you to invest a small amount of $2,000 to potentially learn how to make anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 per event? Does this make sense for you to get inside a family atmosphere where people who get you, right? Does this make sense for you to get in an environment of people you can connect with, that you can call, that you can help? Does this make sense for you to get a coach like Neo, a coach like all of our coaches that we have on our team to assist you with helping you guys get to that next level? Does this make sense? Or are you okay with staying the same? A lot of people are like, Neo, I want to get to the next level, but you're unwilling to do anything to help you get to the next level. So you wonder why you're not getting to the next level. So again, I want to take a moment to say, what are you willing to give up in order to go up? Like, how many people here at this point in their life where you are sick and tired of being sick and tired? Like, like, bro, I know I need to get to another level. I know I need to start getting around other people who get it. I know I got to start making money work for me so I don't have to work for it. What I'm doing right now in my life, I cannot see me doing for another 30, 40, 50 years. I can't see me doing it for another 30, 40, 50 years. Like, I can't keep being poor. And when I talk about poor, y'all, I'm not talking about finances. Poor means passing over opportunities repeatedly. Every time we got an opportunity to invest in ourselves, we come up with all the reasons why it won't work. Every time we got an opportunity to become better, we come up with all the reasons why I can't. Right? Every time we could do something, we say next time. And then never becomes a year from now, becomes 5 years from now, becomes 10 years from now. And somebody be all the way honest. How many people here said you was going to do something before that you have yet to do and you wish you would have done it? And my brother Jabril always talked about it. He always say discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. And what that means is, and guys, as soon as you get in, comment the word I invested so we can say congratulations and say salute to you. Because I see a lot of you already saying you're in. And some of you are private messaging me, right? Like Jasmine, congratulations, you're in. Oh, my horn not working. Can y'all hear my horn? I don't even hear my horn. Paid in full, right? So as soon as you are in, comment I invested so we could go in and say congratulations for you making the decision and betting on yourself. And I tell people all the time, for those who don't know, bet means become everything today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month. Like, what are we willing to give up in order to go up? So again, I just want to say congratulations to everybody getting in right now. Let me just briefly go over some of the things you guys are going to get. So right now, if you guys go to www.eventsspacesecrets.com, you will see a price. It should be a $5,000 price in the $2,000. Select the $2,000. Once that $2,000 goes away, it will go back up to $5,000. So for the next, I think we got about 16 more minutes or 15 more minutes, it's only $2,000. And just to give you guys an understanding, it's going to be normally the program $5,000 annually. So every year is $5K. Right? If you buy on the webinar, right, it's $2K right now, and it's $2K annually. But for today, we're waiving your $2,000 payment. Then you get inside of our private group free for the next 90 days. Instead of $300 a month, y'all, is only going to be $50 a month to be in that group where you can get around other people who get it, right? In addition to that, we're going to give you all the AI tools we use. We're going to give you the website templates we use. We're going to give you the contracts we use, right? You're going to get our lawyer call that we use, right? In addition to that, is it okay if I over deliver today? And let me know once you're in, say I'm in, say so we could go ahead and salute you. But I want to go ahead and over deliver. I'm like, yo, what are some things I could do today to make sure, like, since we're designing our program and always constantly thinking about how can this be better, first thing I want to offer you guys is our packaging masterclass. So what our packaging masterclass is, we're going to have a call in the next probably month, right? Where you are going to get on the call with me. And if not me, it'll be 2 to 3 other people inside of our coaching community. And they're going to show you literally how to develop your various packages. So how Tanisha made 102 grand last month. T, how did you do it? Like, what were your packages like? Oh, Yinka made 30, 40,000 last month. What did your packages look like? Brandon, Anik, what do your packages look like? Right? I'm reaching out to these different individuals. How are you getting, I may reach out to my sis T. And matter of fact, this is another thing I'm going to do. So this is by far, man, she's one of the GOATs when it comes to this, right? We just interviewed her, y'all. And she turned down any events under 50 grand. I'm going to also, everybody making this investment, in addition to the packaging class, because I want to write this thing down, team, write these things down, because I'm adding a few things that you wouldn't normally get. In addition to the packaging class, I also want to give you guys, in addition to the packaging class, I also want to give you guys the conference recording that we just did, where I interviewed her, I interviewed Tanisha, I interviewed Meet, I interviewed Mogul. Like, I literally interviewed all these successful people, 16 hours of content. We're selling the recordings for $1,000. So everybody getting in, you're also going to get our event, our passive income conference recordings, right? Because I would literally want to make sure you guys are over delivered. You guys are going to get our passive income conference recordings, right? And I'm excited about that, right? In addition to that, right? Because I'm like, how else do I over deliver? A lot of you here, the biggest thing, like, guys, as we build our business throughout our various companies, we're at 8 figures, right? And if we could bring somebody up to the stage really quick, who's here, let me know, Richie. But one of the things I want to talk about, guys, is as we built this company that we built, we're now going back reworking systems. We're refixing so many things. So one of the biggest things I want to do is literally show you guys how to build your systems from the beginning. So one of the things that we're having now for you guys is we're having a honeybook call where we're showing you how to properly set up your event space, how to set everything up. And we're having the QuickBooks call. How do I make sure all of my money is set up right? So when taxes come back, how do I get this right? You know what I mean? Businesses go under because of tax evasion, because they simply didn't know the tax game. So that's two other things that we're going to get, right? And the other thing I want to give you guys, can I over deliver? Somebody in the chat, right? Over deliver. Somebody in the chat, right? Over deliver right now. We're also going to give you guys our event space conference that we did a year ago, where we brought in hundreds and hundreds of more people. This is another 2 or 3 day event where we're literally giving you guys, I'm sweating like crazy, y'all. We're literally giving you guys everything that you guys need, right? With that. So again, those are just some of the things you guys are getting right now for taking action. And real quick, I want to ask you guys is this, man. What are you willing to give up in order to go up? Like some of you right now are wondering, maybe I should wait till next time. And next time never come. I don't know if anybody here, let me know in the chat, is tired. Like you're at a point where you're tired, like you're literally burnt out. Everybody comes to you for everything. You want to borrow money, they come to you. They want to pick your brain, they want to come to you. They need advice, they want to come to you. Like, who are you able to go to? Who are you able to go to? Like, who are you able to go to? Right? Congratulations, Dad Fiend just got in, paid in full. Who are you able to go to? Who are you able to go communicate with, y'all? Is there anybody here at a point where you like, yo, I'm tired of that? Like, I'm tired of like not being able to connect with other people who get it. I'm tired of not being able to get plays that can help me get up out of what I'm in. Right? It gotta be a point where you're like, yo, enough is enough. It gotta be a point where you're like, yo, I gotta go make this thing work right now. I gotta go bet on myself in this season. I gotta go literally give this thing everything that I got. Or are you okay with staying the same? Are you okay with another year going by, you being in the exact same position you're in now next year? Are you okay with another year going by and you saying you wish you coulda, woulda, shoulda? Are you okay with another year going by and you're like, man, well, I'm gonna go ahead and figure this thing out. And then you don't figure it out because you're trying to do it on your own. So again, I always like to talk to those people like, yo, I'm willing to get to that next level. And here's the other thing. One of the other things my mentor, he talking about, Neil, do you know your biggest expense in life? It's not taxes, it's not this. He said, Neil, your biggest expense is what you do not know. And most of you here don't understand how to make 6 figures or understand how to make 7 figures. So every year that continues to go by, you are literally losing so much money. And then one other thing I want you guys to do, everybody take a moment, get out a pen, get out a piece of paper, get a fresh piece of paper. On that paper, I want you guys to take a moment and I want you to draw a line down the middle of the paper, right? And let me see if I can show you guys on my board. Everybody draw a line down the center of your paper, right? And once you do it, say, I got it. I want you to say, I got it once you got it, right? And draw a line down the center of your paper, right? And on the left side, I want y'all to really take a critical understanding. I tell people all the time, you got to really contemplate when you make these decisions, right? On the left side happens, like today. I want y'all to take a moment to write down everything that you know is going to happen as a result of you taking action today. Like everything that you know, like everything you know in your heart, right? That you know, one second. Everything that you know that's going to happen with you taking action today. What's going to happen, right? Get a mentor. Get a coach. Accountability. Truly learn about finances. Truly learn about finances. So get a mentor, get a coach, accountability, truly learn about finances. Get in the environment of winning environment. What else we know is going to happen? Get an event space. Learn 10 plus other ways to make money. That's just to name a few. And on the other side, what I want you guys to do, is write nothing. I want you guys, oh, in action. I want you guys to take a moment and write down everything that you know is going to happen if you do nothing today. And I'm not going to help you on this side. This side I'm going to leave it. This side I'm going to leave it up to you. And most likely you guys are certain what's going to happen. Nothing is going to happen. So again, one of the things I tell my people all the time is like, bro, do you truly understand that if nothing changes, nothing changes? Like you say you want to get to the next level. You say you want to grow. You say you want to dominate. You say you want to win, but you're keep doing the same thing you've been doing. And because you're doing the same thing you've been doing, you keep getting the same results. So again, I just want to say congratulations to everybody who made that investment in yourself. Daphne, congratulations. Victoria, congratulations. Jasmine, congratulations. John, congratulations, man. I am so excited for everybody here. Like, bro, I'm betting on me today. I know it's time for me to get in the game. I know it's time for me to invest in myself. I know it's time for me to get around other winners, right? And those are just, and when I'm about to bring the two people up, and once I bring them up, can y'all comment if you're here? I think Christine was here, or whoever's here. Who's here, Richie? I want to bring a couple people up, and then we're going to wrap this thing up for today. But I just want to say congratulations to everybody who got in. Congratulations to everybody who betted on themselves. Congratulations to everybody like, bro, it's time. This is my season that I bet on me. And guys, you officially, I want to say, got about 5 more minutes. Yep. Yep. Oh, Anik is here. Let me bring Anik in. I didn't know Anik was here. That's my girl right there. She be crushing it. Her husband out there going crazy. All right, all right, all right. Anik, where you at? Anik, what up? What up, sis? How you feeling? I can't hear you. If you talking, you might be on mute. Christine, comment if you're here. I can't hear you yet. Oh, you said you can hear. Maybe I can't hear. Hold on one second. Maybe it's me. Hold on. Maybe it's me. Hold on. Anik? Yeah, I can hear you now. It was my volume. Jeez, I'm sorry about that. Thank you for taking time to get on here. So, y'all, Anika's actually on my YouTube. I get to Houston, going to go see her. What I thought was one space. Her and her husband, 3 spaces in one parking lot. I'm like, huh? So, man, Anika's crushing it, y'all. And the reason why I'm so proud of her, guys, another big reason is, y'all, she's not from here. She's her native language isn't English. She's not from the States. She moved here and made it happen, and she never made an excuse. So, one, I just gotta give you your flowers as always. I'm so proud of just what you are doing, what your husband's doing. You're doing such an amazing job. Let the people know, just Nick, just some of the things you've been able to accomplish. Like you've been going crazy. She was a burnt out event planner initially. Now she going crazy, still an event planner, but now in her own space. So she getting all the money. Talk to me, Nick.
that's what I wanted to do, but I wasn't sure how to do. So the fact that we are in a group setting and we can talk about, you know, everything that each person implement is in their own venue helps a lot. And then we have coaching call with Mio and the team. All that helps a lot. We really have like a group support. So it's not only the course that you're getting. You're getting the course, you're getting the knowledge, you're getting a mentor, you're getting people, peers that can help you, achieve your goal. And a lot of people don't have that. You don't have the environment where you can like grow, where you can like develop yourself. But when you are in group like that, I'm telling you, like your vision just change. The goals that you have just become bigger. So I'm very, very excited that I invested in Neo course. And then yeah. And then you said something, Neo, is like what you don't know, it's a big expense. It's a lot of things that we, especially in the Black community, we don't know that we can take advantage of. But when you have like mentors and you have like you take courses, and you focus on your goal and stuff, you can literally change your life. And I have to say, this really changed my life because before doing this, I was an event planner. I was doing a side. It was just a side hobby for me. It wasn't even like really a big business, because I wasn't making that much money. I was making like what 500 for a setup, like maybe 800 over there, 300 over there. But once I got the space, he just make everything comes together. Now I'm like 3,000, and I'm gonna go even up. I'm gonna change my package a little bit, add luxury package to make my
Anik, I'm gonna
course.
challenge you too. I'm gonna challenge you by next week. You need to message me with your new $5,000 package by next week. You are worth it. Your spot is fire. Like everything you do is top notch. Top. Somebody in the chat right top tier. I mean, when I came to your spot, I really liked the one that had the stuff hanging. Like I was just like all of that for like 2 grand, 2,200.
Yeah,
I like. I need to see one $5,000 package from you because I know it's worth it
I will.
and somebody's going to pay it because I'm paying it. I'm paying. Listen, these I got. We the conference came. You missed it. I know you had some stuff going. The one venue wanted 5,500
Yeah.
just for the venue. I'm talking about no setup. We rented Demetrius in them venue maybe 3 grand, no setup, just the venue. So all I know that same exact package I saw there, they'll pay another 1,000 for that easily.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah. And event spaces are just, and I saw those spaces like how you call it, those bouncer where the kids go and
Yeah,
play,
yeah.
for the event. So my kids, they got a birthday the other day, and then they charge like 500 for like 2 hours, and they have like so many hours during the day, and I have like so many time. I was like, 500 just for 2 hours. If you charge like that all day, can you imagine how much money you can make in a week, in a month? I'm just like, no, I see event spaces. I'm just like, this is the best. This is the best real estate play. Because even when you get a house and then you have somebody that rents your house, you don't make as much money as you have event space. To me, it's just like, it's a no brainer. Don't hesitate. It's very, very, it's a great investment. Very. Like I said, I never
Listen,
regret it. Never.
I'm preaching this to the mountaintop because I'm like I know what it did for you. I know what it did for others. I'm watching the impact that is happening for people who commit. So Anik, I'm proud of you. Also, thank you for donating to that lady too. Um,
Oh, no
so you
problem.
don't. So
I was so
I
grateful.
spoke to
I'm
her today.
grateful.
I haven't told anybody this yet, and I. So if you guys check me out on Instagram, guys, we just did this charity thing for this lady, just to con this lady, and I spoke to her, and believe she said, you know what, Neil, that was my last. I had my last $30. So to know that you impacted her, I impacted her. Like I'm so happy. Like I was almost crying when I just spoke to her earlier. That was her last $30, and we was able to just bless her tremendously. So I do want to just say thank you for that. And if anybody want to just go on my Instagram, go support this lady, y'all, the kindest lady ever. So Anik, thank you so much, sis, for coming on here. Can't wait to see you at our next event and keep crushing it.
Yeah.
Let's get
Yes,
it.
yes. See you soon.
All right, Anika, I appreciate you, sis. All right, y'all. So we got, I believe, Christine, where you at? Danny, I just invited you to be a presenter if you want to accept that. And guys, we're about to wrap it up for the day, man. But I'm just excited for everybody here, man. Somebody get in the chat say I'm excited, right? If you are excited, still hundreds of people here. And let me know if y'all got questions in the chat, drop them in the chat or put them in the Q&A box. But you're probably here because you know, like, this is the right decision you need to make, right? You're probably here because you like, bro, I know I need to be a part of this group. I know I didn't spend 2 hours here and not to take action on this. I know I need to be around these other people who get it. I know I need to be like Anik and just bet on myself, right? And really go make this thing happen for my family and friends. I also know like this is tax deductible. So I also could write all of this off on my taxes. Right? Congratulations. Nadira said, I'm excited. That's probably meaning she took action and joined the program. Congrats. And if you also just took action, just comment, I invested, so we could salute and celebrate you. Because I also understand for some of you, this is a scary decision, right? Y'all invest in what, 5K? Well, it's only 2K right now. Somebody put the word only, like it's only 2K. And for some of you, y'all going to look back on that and be like, yo, this was the decision that changed everything for me. This was the decision that I made that really allowed me to turn some stuff up. Like everything is better because of that decision that I made, right? And I don't know if anybody noticed, I booked this guy called Ed Milet. We paid him $85K to come speak. Warwick, congratulations, just invested. Let's go, right? I hope I'm saying your name right. Oh, there we go now. Oh, it's working now. Let's go. Uh-oh. Congratulations, Warwick. Vendia, can you unprivate message you? You saying I invested, but only I'm seeing it. I want everybody to see it. Vendia, congratulations, I invested. Let's go. Oh, there we go. My stuff is working now. Let's go. James, congratulations for investing. Let's get it. Need invite. I'm hitting the invite button. Danny, I'm hitting. Can y'all figure out how to get Danny up here? Trying to get her in here. But yeah, y'all. So. Let me see what's up. Maybe send Danny a presenter link. Send her that link. Ask somebody for that link. Congratulations, Kenya. Paid in full. Let's get it, y'all. Congratulations, everybody getting in. So again, y'all, I tell people all of this all the time. What are you willing to give up in order to go up? Like, are you okay with being in the same position you're in now next year? There's no way you should be okay with that. There's no way you should be okay with not wanting to level up. And I understand. Kenya said this was scary. Kenya, I remember making one of my first investments. I was scared out of my mind. But when I look back on it, I'm like, man, I wish I would have done it sooner. I wish I would have got around people who understood me sooner. I wish I would have got around smarter people sooner. I wish I would have started seeking out more information sooner. Because what you got to understand is what should be more scary than making this investment is being in the same position you're in now next year. What should be more scary than making this investment is continuing for those who are struggling. I was struggling over and over again. I got tired of that. I got tired of just living. I got tired of not being able to do the things I love. I got tired of not being able to bet on me. I got tired of not winning. So again, you got to ask yourself, everything is going to be hard. Doing this right now could be hard, but working till you 70, 80 is equally hard. Everything changes with information, y'all. And this is why I'm such I go so hard on pushing people to make these investments. Because I tell people, yo, this won't do anything for me, but it'll do everything for you. I tell people that, like, you making this investment, the quality of my life won't change because I do the same thing every day. But I believe everything in your life will change if you take action. And here's the other thing. Most of you are so. Like, a lot of you are still not going to take action on it because it costs too little. Like, a lot of you ain't going to take action on the information because it's not costing you anything. It's not costing you enough. So I tell people all the time, like, you need to make it hurt. The investment need to hurt to push you into action. When people give me $75K, y'all, for investment, they move on the information as quickly as possible. Why? Because it's costing them something. It is a heavy ticket. But some of us ain't going to do anything. And a lot of you had the opportunity to join the night for free, leveraging PayPal credit. So again, Cassandra said, yeah, I really need to change too. So my question is, I want to know who made a decision tonight. I'm changing. You know, when you're not making a decision, you're making a decision, right? You know, everybody here not making a decision, you're making a decision. Christine, can we bring Christine up here? Invite as presenter. And y'all, we about to go ahead and wrap it up. You literally, can somebody go check the site and see if we still have the 2K available, or is it only 5K now? Yep. I love it. Now, Darius said, I got denied. I'm trying to get an investor. Keep trying. Keep doing it. Figure it out. That's what you got to find a way. There's two type of people in life. I want to know which one you are in the chat. And I know which one you are based on the decisions you made. There's two type of people. There's somebody who find a way and they're find an excuse. Which type of person are you? Where you at, Christine? Try and bring you up. Where you at, Christine? Okay, I think we got Christine in here. Screaming, I need change. And I believe this is going to be the change you need. Christine, what up, sis?
Hey, what's up? You know, I'm new to this internet.
No, you good. You know, next time you do this, you don't gotta come. I guess they ask you, hey, can you come share some? You come later. I don't want you to have to sit through no workshop. That's why when I saw you on there earlier, I'm like, what's she doing here? What's up? So y'all, just a reference. So Christine is in my mastermind, y'all. When she got in, it was 55,000. She started with the event space program. Yeah, and you also got to follow her. She teach people how to flip houses. She the truth, y'all. Started with my event space program, then got to my mastermind, y'all. She's crushing it. All things real estate, flipping, event spaces, and I'm just super proud of her. She's out there in Cali. Christine, tell people just about your experience and just how's it going with the space.
Oh my God, the space is amazing. I'm a little exhausted from yesterday. I donated the venues to a nonprofit for kids with autism. So last
Wow,
night they had the prom, and it was just, oh my gosh, the experience like was just priceless. And I danced and partied with them all night. It was amazing. So it's definitely been an amazing experience, especially to be in a position to give back. As of January, the 1st of January, I became full-time entrepreneur. So
let's go.
I'm no longer, I am full-time entrepreneur. It's just been an amazing experience.
And here's the thing. I'm certain that it's working, even if it's challenging. You know why? Because you gave yourself no other option. People don't understand the power when you give yourself no other option. You gotta go make it work.
Yeah. It has to work or it has to work.
Facts. Yeah. Yeah, but no, I'm proud of you. I remember when we was in I feel like last week you booked like a 5 or a 10K event or something like tell people, how does that feel?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think that particular event was, I think 7K. It was a wedding. I'm glad that is gone, is done. It came out amazing. Um, I told you I was sharing that I added the 3D wall panel.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're going crazy over that 3D wall panel. So I think before I had took off to Atlanta, I had got 6 bookings just off that wall alone.
Crazy. Crazy. And it's the little things, y'all. So, Christine, I want to just say thank you for just coming on here. I'm excited just for you and everything that's continuing to happen in your life. I just wanted you to come on here and just share just how you crushing it. And just, I appreciate you. Let everybody know the name of your venue so they could tap in. I think it's venue.38 on Instagram. I always like people to see the real, right? And Anik's venue, y'all, I think it's called MIMS, MINS .events, I believe. But go ahead, let everybody know the name of the venue.
Yeah, so it is venue period 38. We are located in Redlands, California. It's about an hour away from LA, depending on traffic. I actually came up with that name because when I started it, I was 38 at the time. So it's something that's symbolic to me. So venue 38.
Well, listen, sis, I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much for tapping. To see you shortly, which I know I will. And let's get to it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, sis. See you soon. All right, y'all. So look, we about to wrap this bad boy up for the night, man. I appreciate everybody coming on. I just think I tried to invite Danny up. Let's see if that works. But if not, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. Appreciate everybody showing up. Danny, I hope this worked because I don't know how long you've been on here, but definitely want to respect your time. So I just hit the invite again. Let me know if it's working for you. But y'all, I just want to say salute to everybody here, man. I don't whether you get in our program or not, I just ask, and I want y'all to put promise that you're gonna do something with the information today. That you're gonna go push this information today. That you're gonna go take action on this information today. Cause I tell people all the time, this won't work unless you do. Like it ain't gonna work unless you do it. So I'm just challenging you to make it happen. Danny, what up, sis? How you feeling?
Good. How are you?
Amazing. Yeah, I'm amazing. Yes, I'm feeling. I hear you. How you feeling?
I'm great.
Good.
Can't complain.
I
Thank you.
I just got a message that you booked 5 events in a week. I think they said they posted it on our page. You booked 5 events in 1 week.
Yes, I had 5 events last weekend in one weekend.
Wow, how was it? I know it was a lot of work, but how was it?
It was a lot of work, but it was great. It was graduation season, so 4 out of the 5 were graduations. 4 of the 5 also booked our decor package. So it was a challenge for our team, but we did it and we're on time, so it was
Good.
great.
How much is your decor package?
So our decor package starts off at $1,600. That's just the very basic. My space is very small as well. I'm only at 1,200 square feet. My main area is 1,000 square feet.
What city? What city?
Um, I'm here. I live here in Atlanta, but
Okay.
my space is in Duluth.
Okay. Love. 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 Wow. So 1,200. You did. So that's 16 times 4. I don't know what that is. It sounds like a lot of money to me. 15, 3,000, 6,000. That
Yes,
sounds like a
we put a lot into
$7,000
it.
weekend.
So yes, just with the decor.
Ooh, how that feel?
Oh, that felt
Yeah.
great.
Hey, I don't know about you, but my last job paid me 1,500 for the month, and I worked 220 hours. So I mean, I ain't tripping on a weekend of work. You know what I'm saying? For $7,000.
Right,
Yeah.
right. A lot of us don't even make that in 2 weeks or even a month. So
I
it
didn't.
was great.
I mean, I don't know many jobs is paying that type of money a week or a month. Ain't a little bit of change. But no, I want to say, how has just your experience been in the program?
It's been great. So I joined June. Just about 2 years. I think tomorrow is officially like 2 years since I've been in the program.
Love.
I've had my space for a year and a half now, and I must say it's very beneficial. It's great being able to get into a group and ask any questions. And a lot of times, a lot of people get on and they're going live and say, "Hey, I learned this new in the business," or "Hey, I'm having this challenge." And a lot of times, you can even, if you have a question, search it in the search box in the Facebook group, and you'll get the answers that you need. So the group, if anything, the group is amazing because we all hand in hand try to assist each other as best as possible, no matter where you are in the world.
Mm.
People from California helps me here on the East Coast, so it's amazing.
Wow. And I just heard, which I didn't even know, we went, and you know what, this is what I want to do to everybody. We went to your venue for event space ride along. I didn't even know that.
Yes.
I missed out on that, but I heard that was fire. They just told me, they said, "Yo, we went to Danny's spot for the event space ride along," and I didn't know, but now I know. So I'm excited for you. Just everything that you're doing, everything that you get done.
Much you've helped me and helped a lot of us, so thank you so much for your
Let's get it.
knowledge and wisdom and encouraging words that you've given us.
Let's get it. And we just getting started. So I'll see you soon, Queen. Appreciate you.
All right. You're
Let's get
welcome.
it.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Yep, you too. All right, guys. So look, y'all, we about to go ahead and wrap this thing up. I want to just salute everybody who got in the program, right? I'm excited for you all. For those who need payment plans, this is the last option. You could do only 3 payments in 997, which will get you in. Another thing I want to say on the site, our team does have Afterpay on our site. So you literally could get started using Afterpay, y'all, and then pay that off with them with your own setup payment. So if you really want to get in here, you're going to find a way, right? If not, you're going to find an excuse. Anytime, normally when I see people do whatever it takes to go make it happen, they're normally the people who truly create success. They're not people just sit on the sideline and say, well, maybe next time. They're people who say, yo, I'm going to go do it, right? They're people like Anna who go take action and go make the money she's making, right? There's people like Courtney who go make $2,000 from just doing a decorating package, right? There's people like who go all in. But the only way this works, y'all, is if you work it, right? We got success story after success story after success story. Petey and them, 12 grand, y'all averaging per month. Salik and them averaging that a month. So again, man, I just want to say congrats, y'all. And as I close, this will be in the next 5 minutes. Everybody who made this investment, I believe Salik will allow me to do this, is we're going to get you access to his Google course. It's $1,000 course where it shows you how to run Google ads for your business and others, right? So I want to get you guys access to Google, and I want to give you guys access for $1,000. Another, everybody paid $5,000 to be there. It's the space ride along, right? We also going to give you guys access to that for free. So that's everything you guys are getting. For those who took action right now, man, I just want to say congrats. And it is officially a wrap, man. Everybody go to www.eventspaceseekers.com. Also, PayPal credit is attached where you can literally start today. Team dropped the PayPal credit link, 0% interest. And you could go ahead and start that today with no money out of pocket. And Afterpay literally is on the website. You could click the link for Afterpay and you guys could go ahead and get approved for that. And very quickly, I want to go ahead and announce the winner of the iPad. Her name is Laura Adebayo. So Laura Adebayo, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but if you could private message us or email us your address, and our team will get you out this iPad. So congratulations. I'm super pumped up and excited. There you go, Laura Adebayo. You just won your iPad, Queen. Brand new iPad for showing up and showing out. So let's get it. So with that being said, y'all, I'm officially out of here. We're about to go ahead and play this video that you guys can watch, but it is officially over. When this video is over, the offer and opportunity for you to get the program is over as well. So we will see you guys shortly. Let's get it. When you got a job and you